From Gator Park on the campus of Santa Maria High School, it's time for high school playoff baseball. I'm Jeff Porsche, and I'll be joined by Mike Moeller, and we welcome you to today's Class 5A by district round between the two Gators, the Captain Shreve Gators and the number 9 seed Santa Maria Gators. And when we return, we will have the Captain Shreve starting lineup, followed by the first pitch of today's game on this week's ETEL Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Monica Arnold to talk about ETEL's local sports coverage. We've upgraded our production gear to bring you coverage of all the best games. In addition to multiple replays on Channel 4, we have a Vimeo channel so you can download your family's glory days. As you know, the rivalries around here are serious, and ETEL is proud to bring you exclusive coverage. And it's more than just football, it's basketball, baseball, and a little bit of everything. Catch your favorite team on the ETEL Game of the Week, exclusively on Channel 4 and Vimeo.
Welcome back to Santa Maria Gator Park. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller, and we have high school baseball coming shortly. That's going to be the 24 seed Captain Shreve Gators out of Shreveport, and the home team Santa Maria, who is 26-7 on the season and looking to advance to the second round of the playoffs. We are probably about to get to the starting lineups and the introduction of the two teams, as well as the national anthem. As you see, the two coaches over there at home plate now, along with the principal at Santa Maria High School. Two coaches, Todd Sharp at Captain Shreve, and then you got Brandon Bravada, who is in his second year at Santa Maria. He's 36-12 overall and 7-3 in district. And we had a good one last night between Covington and Dutchtown, and we're expecting to have a good one here tonight, Mike, between Santa Maria and Captain Shreve.
Yeah, we kind of look at the power rankings and the numbers these teams are ranked at, and last night kind of, I don't know, it just solidifies playoff baseball in high school. You get some teams that apparently looking at the power rankings should be divided a little bit, but Covington came to play last night and gave Dutchtown a run for their money, and the Griffins ended up winning 6-5 in the end. But I kind of look to see the same out of here. Captain Shreve's coming in at the higher seed, but you never know what can happen. They can come in with a pretty solid number 1 pitcher and shut the Gators down.
And that happens a lot, and you've seen some upsets already here in District 5A play, most notably the number 30 seed Washita Parish High School out of Monroe went into Live Oak and beat the number 3 seed Live Oak by a score of 7-5 last night. Also, there were some other smaller upsets, and you saw how close these two teams were last night with Dutchtown and Covington, and they actually split their season series as Covington beat Dutchtown during the season. And this Captain Shreve team, they're 16-16. Santa Maria, they're 26-7. But on the surface, it does look like maybe a mismatch, but Captain Shreve, they play in a really tough district in that 1-5A, and they have two non-select teams that are ranked in the top 8 in Houghton and Benton, and then they also have Byrd in that district, and you have Parkway too, who I believe won a game last night, one of the upsets last night in 5A. So this 16-16 record might be a little bit deceptive.
Yeah, it can be a little bit tainted looking at it. The district obviously is super strong. As you mentioned, the Houghton and the Bentons and the Byrds. But again, the first round, it's only one game, and you never know. These teams can come in with one pitcher that can just absolutely shut a team down. Now, once you get to the weekends where you get the best 2 out of 3, then you kind of look at more for some pitching depth and the teams that are a little bit deeper there on the bench.
And the pitcher we're going to see today for Captain Shreve is going to be a man by the name of Caden Akana. And haven't seen or heard much about him and don't know what we expect. Now for Santa Maria, we know what we're going to see here tonight. You're going to have Slade Zephyr, and we've seen him multiple times. And so that's going to be our pitching matchup today. And what we'll do right now is we will get the two starting lineups being introduced by the public address announcers.
Leading off center fielder, number 5, Hunter Willis. Batting second, Pitcher number 16, Caden Akana. Batting third, first baseman number 6, Blake Fant. Batting fourth, third baseman number 9, Will Fielder. Batting fifth, shortstop number 1, Corbin Harrell. Batting sixth, catcher number 23, Bryce Branham. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 18, Walker Wickler. Batting eighth, right fielder number 19, Jackson Bleach. Batting ninth, left fielder number 10, Bryce Lopez. And playing second base number 4, Cade Thomas. And now for your Santa Gators. Leading off, third baseman number 25, Lee Amadei. Batting second, pitcher number 1, Slade Zephyr. Batting third, second baseman number 6, Josh Denton. Batting fourth, designated hitter and first baseman number 8, Alex Hebert. Batting fifth, right fielder number 20, Braden Carter. Batting sixth, center fielder number 10, Cole Poirier. Batting seventh, shortstop number 41, Cameron Blanche. Batting eighth, catcher number 30, Blake LaBeouf. Batting ninth, left fielder number 7, Aaron Day. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Playoff baseball ready to resume, and we are just about ready for the first pitch. And so I'll turn it over to Mike, and he will introduce the Captain Shreve batting order.
Leading off today for the Captain Shreve Gators, number 5, the center fielder Hunter Willis, batting second. The pitcher, number 16, Caden Akana, batting third. The first baseman, number 6, Blake Fant, batting cleanup. The third baseman, number 9, Will Fielder, batting fifth. The shortstop, number 1, Corbin Harrell, batting sixth. The catcher, number 23, Bryce Branham, batting seventh. The designated hitter, number 18, Walker Wickland, batting eighth. The right fielder, number 19, Jackson Blake, and batting ninth, the left fielder, number 10, Bryce Lopez.
And you see right here the starting pitcher for the Santa Maria Gators, Slade Zephyr, and he picked up the win last week against East Ascension, so he'll look for another win here today, and Mike will give you the defensive setup for the Santa Maria Gators.
Defensively for the hometown Gators today, in the outfield left to right, we got Aaron Day, Cole Poirier, and Braden Carriger. On the infield, third base, Lee Amadei, shortstop, Cameron Planchet, second base, Josh Denton, first base, Reggie Hebert. The battery today for Santa Maria doing the catching is Blake LaBeouf, and on the hill, Slade Zephyr.
So Zephyr just about ready to go, and we are just about ready for another high school playoff game, bonus baseball this week on the game of the week, second game of the week, and it's only Tuesday. Gotta love playoff baseball, and that's going to be Captain Shreve and Santa Maria. And I believe one more pitch coming from Zephyr, and then we will start it off, and he'll face 1, 2, 3 in the Captain Shreve setup, and that is Hunter Willis, Caden Nakana, and Blake Fent. And so we are ready to go. What's interesting about this, Mike, this is Captain Shreve. They've had to take the trip to Ascension Parish in the first round of the playoffs in 3 sports this season. Football, they went to East Ascension, lost. Softball came to Santa Maria a couple weeks ago, lost. And now baseball, they're coming back to Santa Maria, and we'll see what happens out here.
Yeah, so probably, again, probably a PowerPoint thing, and they were probably the higher-ranked team in the PowerPoints. And, unfortunately, sometimes you have to make that 4-hour trek from up north.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time this year. That's a tough one to take, as the first pitch to Hunter Willis is a strike. And a second pitch is a strike, so he gets ahead 0-2. So Zephyr, he's working really quickly out here, ahead with a couple fastballs right down the middle.
Yeah, Willis might have thought that pitch was a little high. Stepped out, took a little extra time right there. Try to regroup into battle.
And 3 strikes, caught looking. Didn't pick up that bat at all. Stayed on his shoulder. He strikes out looking, and so the first out, and that'll bring up Akana.
Yeah, a lot of times you see a pitcher waste 0-2, try to bury something in the dirt, maybe elevate a fastball. But Slade Zephyr said, look, we're going right after people today. And he went ahead and threw a curveball right down the gut for strike 3.
Right. Now Caden Akana, the pitcher for Captain Shreve, fouls it away. So Zephyr coming right at him with strikes, as you said. Count 0-1 to the number 2 hitter. We're just underway. Captain Shreve versus Santa Maria. No score in the top of the first.
Yeah, 4 straight strikes from Zephyr. Akana wasn't going to wait. He got a pitch he liked. He was going to take a hack.
0-1. And there's the first ball of the afternoon for Zephyr. So the count evens 1-1 to the number 2 hitter, the pitcher, Akana. Both pitchers, Zephyr and Akana, both hitting second in the lineup today. There's a breaking ball. Beauty and a strike. So the count 1-2.
Sending a message right there. He's obviously, you want to throw that fastball for strikes, but getting that curveball over early in the game is going to make it difficult for him to sit on any kind of pitches later.
And a swing and a miss, and he's got back-to-back strikeouts. So Akana, strikeout victim. Now that's going to bring up Blake Fent with 2 outs. A little different approach maybe early on than we saw last night in Covington versus Santa Maria. Covington, very aggressive swing at first pitches constantly. A little more patient here, but 2 strikeouts to start out this game. And there's a shot to center, and that's a base hit. So now there's that first pitch swinging, and it gets the base hit. And you talked about it yesterday. Oftentimes that first pitch is the best pitch you're going to see.
Yeah, you don't want to get deep, especially behind in the count, man. That first pitch might be the best pitch you can get the barrel to, and that's exactly what Fant did right there.
And so Fant gets on first. He's the first baseman for Captain Shreve, and now that'll set it up for their cleanup hitter, number 9, Will Fielder.
A pretty good cleanup hitter in the big leagues a few years back with the last name Fielder.
Absolutely.
A couple of them, actually.
Father and son.
Father-son duo.
And that misses at the knees, but maybe a little outside. 1 ball, no strike to Fielder. Fielder is the 3rd baseman for the Gators. The visiting Gators, better clarify. 1-1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Santa Maria or Captain Shreve.
Didn't know there were a lot of Gators up in Shreveport. There's lots around here. Go back to first, and Fant is safe. Well, you got Caddo Lake up there. There's some Gators around there. There's some good wildlife up in that area as well. And have a little timeout as maybe an equipment change at first base for Reggie Abear. Looks like they're having a little bit of a problem.
Jewelry.
Yeah, I think
Looks like
so.
some jewelry.
I think he's taking his chain off. Give that to one of his teammates, and now you got to get the whole dress up routine back.
Yeah, someone must have mentioned something from that other dugout.
Absolutely. And so they get Font back to first on the throw. Now we're ready to continue 1-1 to Fielder. Breaking ball misses outside. Close pitch. Trying to see how far he can get on that outside corner. Not quite there, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good take by Fielder right there. Spun a curveball the pitch prior, right on the black. Tried to get him to fish at something a little bit further outside.
And there's a bouncer off of home plate, foul. And so 2-2, and Zephyr with an opportunity to get 3 strikeouts in this first inning. First batter, Willis, struck out looking. Akana struck out swinging. Fantz on first with a base hit after that, but Fielder with a 2-strike count, 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on first, no score, top of the first. And they go back, and he's in standing. Doesn't look like he's posing much of a threat out there, but they're gonna throw out there a couple of times. That's the second throw to first.
A little courtesy throw over just to let him know you're thinking about him.
2-2, bouncer to third, but it's they're calling it a fair ball. I believe that the batter, Fielder, is arguing it hit off my shin.
Umpires are going to take a look. I mean, 3-man crew, you got to get one of those. That second base umpire down there he had to see something.
Right. Right now it counts as 5-3 put out. Amadei to Abear. They're going to talk it over, though.
I haven't written it down yet. I'm going to wait to see.
Me neither. It looks like they pumped the fist right there, and they're going to call it an out, 5-3.
Okay.
So that's the second. We didn't see any in the regular season at all. This is back-to-back games where we've had an appeal, and the umpires have a little conversation and make the call. That time they stick with the original call, ground out from third to first, and that'll retire the side. So no runs on one hit, no errors, one person left, no score as we go to the bottom of the first, and you can see it right there. There's the Santa Maria lineup. Mike will give it to you.
Yeah, so batting first for the Gators, or the hometown Gators today, third baseman number 25, Lee Amadei. Batting second, the pitcher number 1, Slade Zephyr. In the 3 hole, the second baseman number 6, Josh Denton. Batting cleanup, the first baseman number 8, Reggie Abear. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 20, Braden Kurger. Batting sixth, the center fielder number 10, Cole Poirier. Batting seventh, the shortstop number 31, Cameron Planche. Batting eighth, the catcher number 3, Blake LaBeouf. And batting ninth today, the left fielder number 7, Aaron Day.
So Captain Shreve, you're going to see the pitcher, Caden Akana, and you see him doing his warm-up pitches right there. And now Mike will give you the defensive lineup for Captain Shreve.
Yeah, defensively behind Akana today in the outfield from left to right, we got Bryce Lopez, Hunter Willis, and Jackson Blake. On the infield, third base, Will Fielder. Shortstop, Corbin Harrell. Second baseman, Cade Thomas. First baseman, Blake Fant. And the battery today on the bump, Caden Akana. And doing the catching, Bryce Brandon.
And I was a little excited there for a moment because when I saw Akana come up to bat second in the top of the first, come up batting left-handed, I thought we were going to have a lefty on the mound, but he's one of those who bats left, throws right. So another right-handed pitcher. I don't think either one of us are happy with that.
No,
both the lefties.
We've only seen one left-handed pitcher, I think, this year. That was the kid for Catholic.
Yeah.
Against East Ascension. But, yeah, I thought the exact same thing when I saw him come up and hit left. I was thinking, okay, lefty, but no. But if you have to pick, if you're going to do one right and one left, more often than not, you're going to see it. You're going to be throwing right-handed and hitting left-handed. You don't see too many left-handed throwers that bat right-handed successfully, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I do, but I was not successful, obviously. but yes, the righties. When you bat left-handed, you got that extra step to first base. So, and again, you also have the advantage when you face that right-handed pitcher. So. That's oftentimes what you see, but we're not going to see it here. We're going to see 1, 2, 3 for Santa Maria. That's Amadei, Zephyr, and Denton. Yeah,
perfect example of what we're just talking about. Lee's third baseman, obviously right-handed thrower, lead off batting left-handed.
Right. And Amade had the assist to first for the third out, and now he comes to the plate. Fastball a little high. And so first pitch, ball. We're at the bottom of the first. No score. Captain Shreve and Santamon. 1-0. And there's a breaking ball, misses. Way outside, 2-0.
Like it might have been a little changeup or something. He got front side, flies way open, gets underneath that ball.
So 2-0. Might see a pitch Amade can swing at here, and he does, and it's fouled back. A little inside.
Yeah, a little inside. Tied him up just a little bit. But that's what you're looking for. Take a hack at it. You know, you're probably looking more middle in. Just got on his hands just a little bit too much.
So now 2-1. Leadoff hitter Lee Amade, 427 on the season, and he takes a strike. That ball broke a little.
That's a nice
inside.
Yeah, that's a nice changeup right there. We're going to see that ball kind of fading away from a left-handed hitter. We haven't seen too many of those, on our broadcast. We usually, the standard fastball, curveball, but it looks right now Akana's got a really good changeup.
2-2, and there's a squibber in the hole. Stop, but a base hit. So the shortstop, Harrell, was able to get a glove on it, but Amade's going to beat that out early or very easily as the leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
And so leadoff hitter on base, he's got 13 bags on the season, and Al Slade, Zephyr, the pitcher, is going to come to the plate.
Great job right there by Amade hitting. I mean, you could tell he got to change up the pitch before, which slows him down a little bit. Akana tries to come back inside with some heat. Amade doesn't try to pull it, just stays inside, does exactly what he's supposed to do, kind of hands that ball in that 6-hole out there.
He's got a decent lead, not going. First pitch strike to Zephyr. And just like we saw with Akana, the pitcher in that 2 spot, Zephyr, right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Amade at first has a good lead. They go back to first, and he's got to go back kind of quickly there. Dives back safely. As I said, he's got 13 stolen bases on the season. He's the number 2 guy. Denton leads the team with 24. He's number 2 with 13. 0-1. A little closer. In safely.
I'm interested to see if Akana is going to stick with his off speed, if he's going to stick with the changeups to right-handed hitters. Typically, you want that something moving away from whatever side the hitter is on. And there's a curveball.
Yes, and he chops it foul just past third base, and so he's in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, so you probably see more on the off-speed side. You'll see more curveballs to the righties and then more changeups to the lefties.
Okay. Guys got a good variety out there.
Yeah, if you can control all 3, I mean, you make it so much tougher. You got so many more options. You just make it so much tougher on the hitter to try to sit, one pitch, one location.
0-2, fouled away. And like you said, that first base hit for Amade didn't make it out the infield. It wasn't hit that hard, but, he found a hole. And so, this guy's got a lot of good pitches, and he's going to keep him honest out there for sure.
Yeah, and it looks like he's working hard in, soft away, which it just makes it say if you can control that fastball inside, it makes it so much more difficult on the hitters. I mean, it just, you're changing speed, and you're changing location. It's hard to, we saw him with Amade. He threw him a great changeup, and then he threw a fastball. It doesn't have to be 95, and it was just inside, and it got on Amade pretty quick.
0-2, and that's roped to left into the corner, and it goes to the wall, and it takes a weird hop, and they're going to wave Amade home, and they're not going to throw it. Zephyr with a stand-up double to the wall, and 2 batters and 1 run on 2 hits as an RBI double for Zephyr, and he just barreled that one.
Yeah, it looked like he actually threw him a changeup. That ball was up. Slade was out in front of it. Little confused why Lopez didn't try to throw that ball and cut the run down at home plate right there. But, Lee Amade never checked up.
No, he didn't. And I think that maybe they had the assumption that when that ball took that strange bounce back towards center field, that it got far enough away from the left fielder that they might not have a play at the plate. They're having a little conversation at the mound, talking it over with Akana, but that was a solid hit, and that's a rarity we see right there. A double from Zephyr that doesn't hit the top of the wall.
Right. Yeah, we've seen him bang some balls lately.
Last two games that we saw, the East Ascension game and the Dutchtown game, he hit doubles off the top of the wall both times. I mean, just inches away from getting a couple of home runs. He gets the more traditional double right there, just bouncer in the gap to the wall, in the corner to the wall.
Yeah, a little off-speed pitch just up in the zone.
So
sometimes you'll see him pull that foul, so he kept his hands in. I mean, he did hook it down that line a little bit, but he kept his hands in just long enough to be able to keep that ball fair.
And so 1-0 is our score in the bottom of the first. And now you see the leading hitter, Josh Denton. He's in a bit of a slump, though. He's batting .446. Right. When we saw him a week and a half ago, he was hitting .500. And so his average is dropping. He's still getting hits, but not on the clip that he was getting earlier.
He's just getting one hit a game instead of two, probably.
I mean, it's a rare thing, and there's a bunt that he drags, and it's perfect. They're going to have to throw to first, and they beat it. They beat him to the bag, and so that's nice. A little sacrifice bunt there, though.
Wow, that's an unbelievable play by Akana right there. I mean, that's a base hit. 99 out of 100 times, he just bounced off the mound, barehanded it, which is what you're supposed to do if that ball is stopped. And made a good, strong throw just to nip Denton at first base.
And so Denton's out 1-3, sacrifice bunt. And like you're talking about with Denton, the average dropping, but he's the kind of guy you go 2 for 5, and your average drops.
Exactly. And, I mean, that's not going to hurt him there, the sacrifice right there. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to get him on first base right there, but in the end, he squared early. He was sacrificing.
Yeah, and first pitch to Reggie Hebert, the cleanup hitter. 48 RBIs, and he's got a chance at 49 right here. 1-0 the count. Very important to get the lead early, and they've done that, and there's a strike, 1-1. You saw that last night, the Dutchtown-Covington game. Dutchtown got those 4 runs in the first, and that made Covington play catch-up all game, and they never caught up.
Yeah, but they needed all 4 of them for sure,
yes,
and 2 more.
Right.
Because Covington never gave up.
1-1, and that's fouled away out of play, so now to count 1-2. So Hebert, he's .378. He leads the team with 10 doubles. He's got a homer for 48 RBIs. So he's a great guy to have in the cleanup spot. Definitely an extra base guy, an RBI guy, and he's got a chance to extend the lead to 2-0 right here. Fly ball to the outfield will get it. Infield playing in.
Yeah, the 48 RBIs kind of stands out. That's like way above good, for a high school season. So, I mean, it also kind of tells you that the guys in front of him are getting on base for him to be able to knock them in.
So, all of the infield's in the grass too for Captain Shreve, and that's something that you see in playoff baseball. You don't see during the regular season so much. Every run is going to matter.
Yeah.
Pitch low. Close pitch.
Typically, you don't see it in the first inning, but Captain Shreve's trying to cut that run off here if they can.
Right. A 2-0 lead on the road, or 2-0 deficit in the road's tough to come back from, especially when you see a pitcher like Zephyr on the mound. So they think this run is critical. And now you're going to see a 3-2 pitch. Oh, that missed badly. Breaking ball didn't break. And got a walk. And so runners now at first and third with Kurriger. Kurriger probably the hottest hitter on this team. He's .312 right now. But you saw him with that grand slam in the first inning last week in the game versus East Ascension, and blew that game wide open.
Yeah, I think that ball almost hit the scoreboard on the softball field.
It was
over
hit.
That left center. I mean,
it was hit a mile.
Crushed.
And now the middle infield will drop back and play in double play depth as they got the force at second now with Hebert at first. He's got a nice lead.
Yeah, not a bad pitch selection by Akana, that 3-2 breaking ball. Just didn't execute it.
And they do the turn and throw, and that's the first time I've ever seen it converted.
It worked.
He turned to third, threw to first, and I told you Abear had quite the lead, and he picked him off right there. That's big.
Yeah, may have been once he saw he didn't throw to third base, might have been a better decision just to go ahead and break to second base, get in the run down, try to get that run to be able to score from third base there.
The cliche play worked. Every time you watch a Major League Baseball game and you see that happen, they said, and it doesn't work for the 10 millionth time in a row, and there it worked.
And then everybody in the stands yells balk because they don't know what's going on.
Exactly, and there's a shot to short, right to the shortstop. So Kerger hits it hard, but a nice throw over Harrell to Fant, and so run does not score. The second run does not score, but they did get one run on 2 hits and no errors, 1 batter left. And so we played 1, and it's 1-0 Santa Ma. We'll take a break. You're watching the ETAL Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Monica Arnold to talk about ETAL's local sports coverage. We've upgraded our production gear to bring you coverage of all the best games. In addition to multiple replays on Channel 4, we have a Vimeo channel so you can download your family's glory days. As you know, the rivalries around here are serious, and ETAL is proud to bring you exclusive coverage. And it's more than just football, it's basketball, baseball, and a little bit of everything. Catch your favorite team on the ETAL Game of the Week, exclusively on Channel 4 and Vimeo.
Santa Ma with the lead, 1-0 as we go into the top of the second. And Akana gets out of a jam as he wound up with that double from Zephyr after the single by Amade and the first 2 batters and already behind 1-0, but then he came back and got 3 outs in a row. And it looked like Santa Ma had an opportunity. There were runners on first and third with 1 out, but then you had that pickoff play, the turn to third, throw to first, and it worked. And so you got to credit them for getting out of that jam right there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can look at it either way. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. You got a runner, second base, no outs for Santa Ma with your 3-hole hitter up. Do you just let him swing away, or does he give himself up? Sack, got him over to third, which you expect, to score from third base with less than 1 out. And you get a pickoff and a hot shot ground ball for the third out, and you come up with nothing after that first run scored.
And what we were talking about, that shot from Kerger right to the shortstop. Had Abear been at first, that could have possibly been a double play ball right there because it was just hit so solid. First pitch, ball to Corbin Harrell. And so you're going to see 5, 6, 7.
That must have been down, huh?
I'm not sure. Harrell, Brannon, and Wickland as he misses again, 2-0. That's something we didn't see a lot of from Zephyr in the first inning as he was throwing strikes. Just missing. 2-0. And now the pitch misses again, and it's 3-0. And so 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Harrell. And he walks him on 4. That's not what we saw in the first inning.
No, and this is a good. I can remember I got taught this later in my career, but when you throw 4 straight fastballs like that, a lot of the times that catcher or maybe whoever's calling the pitches here will start this next hitter off with a breaking ball. Whether or not you throw it for a strike doesn't matter. It just kind of erases the 4 fastballs you threw in case you're trying to, if you're in your own head trying to battle, what do I need to do?
And the runner fakes. And now he's going, and a throw to second, and he is dead duck. And you either got to go or you don't go. He looked like he was going, then he stopped, then the catcher dropped the ball, and then he decided to go again, and a perfect throw from LaBeouf to Planche for the out.
Yeah, good reaction right there by LaBeouf. Bare hand, pick the ball up, just get it to the base as fast as you can. Let second baseman Denton pick it and do what he needs to do to take that runner out.
So a couple of base running blunders for both sides here early on, and there's a strike, so he gets out of that. And I was going to bring up with that runner on first, we've seen Zephyr work a lot with leadoff base runners, but he always seems to get in a jam, but he always seems to get out of those jams as well. And there you go right there. He got out of it already with 1 out, and now there's a ball up high.
Well, the worst thing you can do is try to panic and try to do everything yourself. You're going to have base runners, but you got to realize you got 8 guys behind you, or 7 actually, But let them do their jobs. Don't try to pitch away from the bats. Just pitch away from the barrel.
And Branham is now with a 2-2 count. He's the catcher. 1 out. Top of the second. Swing and a miss and a third strikeout as LaBeouf tags him. The ball was in the dirt. And so that's the third strikeout for Slade Zephyr. And after that walk on 4 pitches, now he's got 2 outs, nobody on base. So, again, getting out those jams.
Yeah, I mean, he went first 6 pitches to the to Captain Shreve. He threw 5 balls. Comes back, throws 2 effective pitches, and he's got 2 outs.
And now you have Wickland, tall guy, big target, and fouled away. Wickland is a DH. He replaces the second baseman in the batting order, Cade Thomas, who will not bat today. 0-1. Just missed on the outside corner. Count even 1-1. And that's inside. So now the count moves to 2-1 to Wickland. So Harrell walked on 4 pitches, then was caught stealing, kind of hesitated, and got nailed by LaBeouf. And then Branham strikes out, and that's where we stand right now. 2-1, 2 outs. That's a base hit. And good thing that in the follow-through, Zephyr was the low, because he was going to get hit by that shot right up the middle.
Yeah, that was a rocket. He cut that ball down in the zone to the lefties, man. That's that happy zone. He can easily just drop it into the zone there and get the head on the ball, and that's exactly what happened right there. We saw Zephyr falling a little bit to the first base side, but had to duck.
And so that's the second hit that Zephyr has given up here. And now Jackson Blight, the right fielder. So 2 outs. 1-0 Santa Maria Gators leading the Captain Shreve Gators. And fastball outside. It's a 2-0. So just not a lot of consistency out here. He's throwing some balls and missing his targets a little bit.
Yeah, came out good, pumping the strike zone with everything in the first inning. Got himself a double there in the bottom half and on the base path, and had to sit a little bit during that bottom half of the first inning.
And so there's a fastball high and another 3-0 count. Second 3-0 count this inning. You have the runner at first. That's Wickland. And the 3-0 pitch coming to the number 8 hitter. And there's a fastball. Like taking all the way now. 3-1 might be a hitter's pitch that he sees right here. And that's a beauty. Taking all the way. And so now the count is full, so he fights his way back.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Blake might have been looking for a breaking ball right there, but that was a fastball center cut. That's as good as you can get to hit.
I thought he might have been crossed up. Not there. Hits it to center, but that's going to be an easy play for Cole Poirier. And so they get 1 hit and also a walk, but no runs scored. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. So it's 1-0 Santa Maria. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
batting, number 10, Cole Poirier.
And so we are back and ready for the bottom of the second, and Akana will come to the mound, trailing 1-0, and he'll face 6, 7, 8. That's Poirier, Planchet, and the Buff. First pitch, breaking ball misses. Close pitch to Poirier.
Yeah, that thing, I mean, it was up, but it looked like it broke for like 65 feet straight out of his hand. That thing was breaking the entire way.
Yes. So 1-0. And misses again, 2-0.
That was a changeup right there.
Mm-hmm. He's got lots of different pitches, lots of different speeds, comes at you from everywhere.
So now, I mean, you never throw a curveball after a changeup. So if you're Poirier, you have to look fastball right here.
2-0, and he swings, and he was looking for it and misses. Had one in his wheelhouse, but didn't get it.
Maybe just a little up out of zone. Could have been ball 3, but I mean, when you got your mind made up, you see fastball, you're hitting.
And that's the breaking ball strike. Very similar to the first pitch. That one may be a little bit lower in the strike zone. So now 2-2, nobody out. Yeah, you got to figure out that rhythm with all these different pitches that he throws out here. That could be difficult. And sets up on that outside corner and nails it. Beauty. And Cole Poirier called out on strikes for the first out. Now Cameron Planchet comes up.
Yeah, that's the definition of pitching backwards right there. You see a lot of pitchers really successful doing that. Whenever you're behind in the count, you throw off speed, and whenever you're ahead in the count, you throw something hard, and that's exactly what happened. He threw the 2-1 breaking ball for a strike, kind of confused Poirier, maybe looking for it again, painted that outside corner with a fastball to bring him up.
That's fouled high and out of play behind us. So 1 out and 1 strike. So Planchet comes up. That's interesting the way you kind of set that up. I would never have thought about that whole routine like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, typically when you see the pitcher's going to get ahead of the hitter with fastballs, right?
Right.
Get ahead, fastball away, fastball in, whatever, and then try to put them away with a wipeout breaking ball or something out of the zone. So when you start seeing the guys start hitters off with breaking balls or something soft, or when they're behind in the count, throw something soft, that completely messes up the mentality of the hitter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's pretty impressive when you can pull that off.
If you pay attention, like if you're watching Major League Baseball in the American League, you'll see way more 2-0, 2-1 off-speed pitches than you do in the National League.
Ah.
Because the pitchers used to, were hitting until COVID. The pitchers were hitting in the National League, and then you had the DH, which was actually an extra very good hitter in the American League.
Okay. And so that's why we pay you the big bucks for that insight. And
I had to learn that the hard way.
Exactly. You know of which you speak. And now Planchet is 2-2 with 1 out. And there's a shot to third, very slow roller, and the throw to first in time. So fielder goes to Fant, 5-3, and that's a roller. It took forever and made the play a lot closer than it might have had to be.
It did. And that thing stayed on the ground. The grass kind of ate it up, a little bit slower than we thought. Maybe a little bit slower than fielder thought. As after he caught it, he had to kind of rush to throw that ball to get Planchet out.
And so now Blake LaBeouf, he'll come to the plate with 2 outs. So for those of you who watching in Shreveport and are not familiar, that insight we're getting from an ex-Major League pitcher. So there you go. And there's a bouncer to third and another throw to first. So the third baseman fielder over to Fant for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we go to the top of the third. Sandoval 1-0. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Monica Arnold to talk about ETEL's local sports coverage. We've upgraded our production gear to bring you coverage of all the best games. In addition to multiple replays on Channel 4, we have a Vimeo channel so you can download your family's glory days. As you know, the rivalries around here are serious, and ETEL is proud to bring you exclusive coverage. And it's more than just football, it's basketball, baseball, and a little bit of everything. Catch your favorite team on the ETEL Game of the Week, exclusively on Channel 4 and Vimeo.
Top of the third, Captain Shreve versus Santamar, 1-0. Gators over Gators. Santamar leads Captain Shreve 1-0. And Zephyr heads to the third, and he'll face 9-1-2. Bryce Lopez, Hunter Willis, Caden Akana. And that second inning, he gave up a hit and had a walk, but like I said, we see that a lot. Gets that leadoff hitter on base, but he always finds a way out. And that's what he did in that second inning.
Yeah, he does. And that's, I mean, you look at his numbers on the year. I mean, he's got 60 punch outs and 13 walks. Obviously, he's not walking a lot of people. He's throwing a lot of strikes. So when he is giving up hits or getting any kind of base runners on the base path, he's finding a way to get out of it. And that's what you see the good pitchers do.
Right.
The ones that'll struggle, go into panic mode, try to do too much, they're the ones that are going to end up with a crooked number on the scoreboard after that inning. The good ones minimize it, typically give up no, maybe one run.
And so now you have Lopez, who is the left fielder. So the leadoff hitter in the top of the third. And that's pushed to right field. That's deep. That's very deep. And it's over the head of the right fielder. And so the number 9 hitter leads off with a double, and that just kept on going all the way to the wall over the head of Kuriger. And so another leadoff hitter on base off of Zephyr.
I was just about to say, Lopez looks like a bigger guy. I mean, we've seen
Yes,
a couple, 3 or 4 of them in this lineup so far. He jumped all over that first pitch, and looking at the flags, it's blowing in from right field. So
Right.
he definitely hit that ball hard if he burnt Kuriger out there.
Yeah, he made good contact, but that ball just kept on carrying, and then next thing you know, it's a stand-up double. And that's a big guy that you see at the plate right there, and he's able to make some contact. He's got a good lead at second, and now Willis at the plate, grounder to short, and that'll move the runner to third. That's a situation there with Planche, and I can hear you. They could have nailed the guy at third. Probably he was going all the way. Takes the easy throw to first, though, for the first out.
Yeah, actually probably a base running error by Lopez right there. I mean, he actually let the ball go in front of him for Planche to field it, and then he took off to third base. So Planche just obviously had his mind made up. He was going to throw to first base, but it would have been a pretty easy play just to kind of, pivot and throw that ball to third base and cut down that lead runner.
And now Akana swinging a miss at a strike. And Santamar in the third inning, they're playing in with nobody out. And so I think both of these teams respect to the pitchers and know that runs might be at a minimum today. They don't want to give up any right here. Gets away from the catcher, LaBeouf, but nobody's going. So 1-1.
Yeah, we've seen Akana get out of a jam with a runner on third base with less than 2 outs, right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, obviously that's why it's still 1-0. That's what keeps your ball club in the games, and we're going to see Zephyr here try to do the same thing.
And there's a breaking ball, misses.
And this is the situation where, okay, if you walk him or you have first base open, then you can set up a possibility for a double play there, or in Captain Shreve's instance last inning or the inning prior, pick off at first base to cut down that second out.
2-1. Bounces foul. So Akana struck out in the first. A strikeout right here from Zephyr would put Santamar. That would be the best case scenario, let's just say. Right, if he can punch him out here with the 2-2 count. Runner would not advance. Worst case scenario would be a wild pitch or a pass ball. Steps away. Time called. Fly ball would likely score the run as well. And there's a shot to first, and they're going to take the play at first. So first baseman unassisted. Abear makes the play, and the run scores.
Yeah, probably a tough play right there. As Abear had to range a little bit to his right, kind of
Right.
off balance. Actually, would have spun him around. Would have had to make a tough off balance throw, and it obviously would have had to been bang bang to try to get Lopez at home plate. So, good play just to get that sure out at first base.
I think that's the right decision. As you said, it'd been an awkward throw, off balance. So tie game, 1-1. And we reset. As you go to Blake Fant. Now the infield obviously playing back. 1 ball. Number 3 hitter. So kind of does a job. Makes contact. Drives in a run. So it's 1-1 in the strike called. 1-1 to Fant, excuse me. And so that's pushed foul.
Yeah, I love the sequence right here. I mean, Slade didn't really execute that pitch. He left that one over the middle just a little bit. But you saw when he got behind, he got strike 1 on the inside corner. Who looks for a fastball on the inside corner when they're ahead in the count, right? Nobody. So if you can execute that pitch, you can lock hitters up all day.
And so fouled away. And now the count is remaining 1-2. So Lopez doubled. He advanced to third on a ground out by Willis and then scored on a ground out by Akana. Fastball outside. And so now count goes 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and another strikeout. That's strikeout number 4 for Zephyr, but Captain Shreve strikes back and ties it up. So 1 run on 1 hit. We're back in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and a 0-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Aaron Day. He's the 9 hitter for Santa Maria leading off this inning. And pitch misses outside. You're watching the E-Tail Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller with you. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Nice one happening out here at Gator Park. So 1-1. Strike.
So
nice.
Changeup. Very, very effective to those left-handed hitters.
And so that makes the count 1-2. In the 3rd, you're going to see Day, Amade, and Zephyr. So 9-1-2 for Santa Maria. Outside. Setting up. A little too much.
See if he goes back to the changeup. I mean, that's what he went, fastball away, changeup for a strike, fastball away. Let's see if he goes back to the changeup.
Hard to get a rhythm when you're a hitter and you're seeing all kind of different speed like that. Oh, misses. So now 3-2. So Day, he has drawn 20 walks. We'll see what he does right here. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Good fastball right there.
Good fastball. Up in the zone, looks really good. Maybe called a strike. Definitely hearted right down the middle of the plate. It's tough to catch up when it's above the hands like that.
And kind of like we saw yesterday in the other game that we covered, after the visit to the mound, this pitcher, Akana, has really settled down, and he's had 9 batters retired in a row. One of them on the pickoff play, but they've all been retired. So that's 7 in a row, excuse me.
First pitch, changeup.
Absolutely. 1-0.
Man, he likes to pull the string.
Yep.
If he does the same thing against Lee, he's going to follow that up with a fastball inside.
Namade's probably aware of that. He's got a lot of baseball.
He's got a lot of baseball knowledge, but he pitched him well his first at bat. He really did.
Yeah.
He just fought off a good pitch.
froze him with that strike. 1-1.
Yeah, Amadei looks a little frustrated at himself right there. That's a fastball he wants to take a whale at.
Absolutely, right? That's one he could have done something with right there, possibly. 1-1. 2-1.
Change up. But see, now you know he's got it caught in between. Is he going to throw? I mean, typically you look 2-1 fastball, right? But now he doesn't know. He's seen change-ups in all sorts of counts, so he doesn't know if he's going to change up or fastball right here.
So you got to pick one and go with it.
Or you got to pick fastball and then adjust to the change-up.
Mm-hmm. And that's that
he goes
breaker.
Curveball.
He's got the repertoire. But fortunately for Amadei, he's missing, and now he's got a 3-1 count. This might be where you get that fastball.
Yeah, if you can trust yourself, you always want to hunt that fastball and then keep the hands back and react to those off-speed pitches.
Looking for a second hit. And he misses, so you get the base runner.
Good at bat.
Yeah. Lots of patience there. I mean, I know when you see that, there's a tendency to get really frustrated and you want to just start hacking. Or he gets in your head sometimes.
It does. But what's impressive when you look at that at bat, he literally only got one ball to hit. And that was the fastball he took. Sometimes you'll see those hitters expand the zone and get a little frustrated. You know, they want to hit. Lee didn't do that. He knows his zone and he stuck with it and drew a walk.
And Zephyr is the one guy who's made solid contact off of Akana so far. And here he is. He doubled all the way to the wall in the corner in the first, drove in the only run for Sandoval. And there's another ball. So now, all of a sudden, Akana's missing that strike zone. When you start missing that strike zone, it kind of neutralizes some of those pitches that he likes to throw, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Interested to see if Lee's going to try to take this bag right here.
Not yet. He bounces it up the middle, and it's going to have to be a quick throw, and it's in time, but Zephyr 1-3 moves Amadei to second. So Denton, the 446 hitter, coming to the plate with an RBI opportunity, trying to get Sandoval back in the lead. We're tied right now, 1-1.
Productive out right there by Zephyr.
Yes.
And that's a hot shot up the middle. Akana's an athlete. I'm going to tell you that. When he covered that bunt a couple innings ago and made that throw to first base, and then that ball right there was a rocket up the middle. Just got a little leather on it, pounced off that mound, and made a good throw for the second out.
That bunt, that first bunt, that throw to first got my attention. Absolutely. So Sandoval scored in the first. Captain Shreve scored in the third. We're 1-1. Breaking ball misses. So he's just... This inning, he's having trouble getting over the plate with that breaking ball, and it looks like Sandoval's going to be patient with it, not offering at him too much. Wait and see if he can throw some strikes right here. 1-0. And that time he hits the third, and it's going to be safe at first, as they don't even make a play. So Fielder cannot field it.
Yeah, that was a hot shot down to third base, just off the glove of Fielder. Didn't go far enough for Amadei to get to third base. Good read, actually, by him, not running into that tag right there.
Yes.
And if second baseman Cade Thomas would have been, kind of trailing Amadei or covering second base right there, Fielder may have had a play to kind of backdoor and get him out at second.
So it looks like they're ruling it an error.
Yeah, that's got to be E6. I mean, it's a ground ball right to him. I mean, it was a hot shot, but typically Fielder will tell you he should have made that play.
So a Fielder error by Fielder. I'm sure he's never heard that before.
Right.
First and second, 2 outs, and now RBI man Reggie Hebert.
And again, two runners on base.
And fouled away.
It's got to be a very similar situation for him every time he comes up.
So got that fastball strike, and now he's got that 0-1 count. Would this be where you might see that change up right here?
0-1 count. Kind of, he looked a little tardy on that fastball right there. You want to be careful. You don't want to speed his bat up by throwing something a little slower. However, if you do want to throw it, you might want to try to throw it just a little out of the zone.
So we will see. 0-1. Setting up outside, looked to second, Amade. Nobody's at the bag, so he's not even going back to the bag, but nothing doing right there. So 0-1, just keeping Amade aware. Set up way outside. There's a shot to right, and it is going to be caught. Nice sliding catch by Jackson Blake. So good job by him with the catches. Was more toward the foul line and had to come in and had to move to his left, and he makes the play. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. And so after 3, it's 1-1, and we will take a break. You're watching the E-Tail Game of the Week. Welcome back to the E-Tail Game of the Week, and it's been a good one, and we're tied at 1 as the 24 seed Captain Shreve toe-to-toe with Sandoval, the 9 seed, 1-1, and Zephyr goes to the mound, and he gave up a run in the third, but after that leadoff double, he kind of got back in the zone and got 3 outs in a row.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of what we expected. Maybe not quite as much run production, but just like last night. I don't care what people are ranked, man. You get that one pitcher, and Akana's, he showed you he can fill up the zone with 3 pitches. That's going to make it difficult for anybody. I don't care what you're ranked.
Absolutely. And he's giving Sandoval trouble as they got that run in the first off the first 2 hitters, single, double, RBI, and then after that, he has pretty much owned this lineup so far. And so now we'll see what Shreve can do with 4, 5, 6. Fielder, Harrell, Branham. Strike called.
A little better start for Slade. I mean, he threw four straight balls to the first hitter last inning, got himself into stretch right away. Had to battle out of there. Let's see if he can keep himself in the windup this inning.
And he misses. Tight strike zone. 1-1. Second and third inning, he gave up those leadoff base runners. It didn't hurt him in the second. It hurt him in the third. 1-1. Breaking ball, strike. So 1-2. And I've said it before, we see that occasionally. He gives up a lot of leadoff base runners. First inning, he didn't have a problem, but after that, so far today, he has. And a swing and a miss, and he gets off to a good start, and he gets his 4th strikeout of the day. So Will Fielder strikes out. Now Harrell will come to the plate.
Yeah, good pitch right there. I mean, he showed him a curveball for a strike. The pitch before that started that curveball in the same spot, and he kind of just dove out of the zone. Tough to hold up on, and Fielder swings through it for a strikeout for the first out.
So Corbin Harrell, strike, and so Zephyr's back throwing strikes. He took a base on balls in the second inning, and then was caught stealing, kind of hesitated, didn't know whether he should go or not, and then kind of got caught as a nice throw from LaBeouf. Nailed him. And the 1-0-1 pitch is low in the dirt.
Umpire's got a good arm. You seen him throw that ball?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know why I look at little things like that, but that was impressive.
Well,
lefty.
I got to notice that as well. 2 lefties in the booth. And there's a shot to third, and it's past Amade into left field. And he's going to try for 2, and the throw will not be in time, and it's a stand-up double. So Harrell, he gets a base hit and a runner in scoring position. And Bryce Branham, the catcher, who struck out in the second, but an RBI opportunity here and a chance for the visitors to take the lead.
Yeah, he got a pitch on the inside half there. Got the head out, hit a rocket by. You see Lee playing just a couple steps to the second base side. Made a good effort. The ball hit just too hard. Got by him down there in that left field corner for a stand-up double.
Amade fully extended, but it was just not enough. And it gets away, and now the runner's at third. So now a fly ball or a wild pitch can tie this game, and we're going to get a little visit to the mound. And this is what we saw in the third inning. You got that runner at third, nobody else on base, and in this situation with one out in the third inning, you got Kay Nakana at the plate who grounded out to first. Infield was playing in, but there was still no play at the plate on the ground ball, and so they had the first base unassisted out, but run scored, and that's where we're tied right here. Another one of those, and Shreve's in the lead.
Yeah, and I mean these are the little things. You talk about Santa Maria had first and third, one out, didn't get that run home from third, and then last inning we saw Captain Shreve get the runner to third base with less than 2 outs, and they pushed that run across to tie the game. Can they do it again? That's the little things. You get those runners in when you're supposed to. That's what kind of keeps you ahead.
In the infield playing in, and maybe a safety squeeze. No, strike called on the outside corner. I didn't offer at it. They're going to call that a strike, though.
I don't know if that was a safety. He squared really
Maybe not.
early, not for a safety.
Yeah, he wasn't going too much. He was still kind of. I stand corrected there.
Could have been safety squeeze, and he just squared a little too early.
Yeah,
or he could have missed a sign.
But Harrell really wasn't in any hurry to make a move toward the plate either. And now he bounces it foul. So now it's a 1-2 count.
Yeah. And you'll never know if that was a safety squeeze anyway, because, when you miss the first one, then everybody's kind of looking for it now, right? So obviously you take it off and you're swinging away on the second pitch. But that was interesting.
And now with 2 strikes, probably not even in the thought process. And there's a bouncer to second. They're going home, and there's a play at the plate, and he beats it. Ball gets through the catcher, and it looks like Branham is going to get to second base on the fielder's choice. It looked like Harrell was going to beat that play anyway, but the ball was a little low. It was a close play at the plate, and now Santa Maria trails 2-1.
Yeah, looked like Denton. He looked like he stood up a little bit on that ball. I'd like to see him stay a little bit lower. Just pivot your feet, make a good strong throw, to home plate. Didn't really have to rush it right there, but it would have been bang on a perfect throw anyway.
Yeah, and an error is going to be ruled by the official scorekeepers.
But definitely the play you have to make. I mean, that's why you're playing the infield in, right? I mean, that's a ground ball to the second baseman, infield in, and you got to take a shot at trying to get that out at home plate.
And now, possibly offering and nothing doing there. Breaking ball misses 1-0. And so now you got the runner at second, Branham. He is their catcher, and it looks like he's still. I believe they did have a courtesy runner for him because he did not look like a speedy guy. I think there's a courtesy runner at second.
Yeah,
but
there is.
So don't have the number. And there he set it up, and
I like it.
Little pick.
A little wheel pick, I like it.
Absolutely. And misses in safely, but courtesy runner is safe.
Yeah, you get the shortstop Planche going, cutting back in front of the runner, try to disrupt his vision of the pitcher and what Zephyr's trying to do, and it gives Zephyr a chance to try to spin and make a good throw to second.
Timeout called.
Good base run in there.
So Fielder struck out to start the inning. Then Harrell doubled down the line, got to third on a wild pitch, and scored on an error. And on the error, the batter advanced to second. That's where the courtesy runner for Branham is as the ball goes outside. And so it's 2-0. 1 out in the fourth inning. So still another opportunity for Captain Shreve to do some damage. Courtesy runner at second. Timeout called again. So we go to the fifth, and you got to start thinking about a situation where Santa Maria's behind, and they need to get some runs. You're going to see Kurger, Poirier, and Planche as the ground ball is grounded off of the pitcher, and he's going to beat that for an infield hit. So another hit. 2 hits this inning off of Zephyr, and runners at first and third, and Blight comes to the plate. The right fielder, number 19, and Another chance at an RBI.
Yeah, another hard hit ball. I mean, good pitch down in the zone. That's where you want to bang. You want them to hit it on the ground, but Wickland got a lot of that barrel on the ball. That ball was a rocket. Not sure if it hit Slade's glove or his leg, but ricocheted just far enough for no play at first base.
Don't see any activity in the bullpen yet on the Santa Maria side.
Yeah, I would think they would stay with Slade. I mean, we saw him stay with, 120 pitches or so the last game we saw.
And there's the fake on the Santa Maria side doesn't work. But when you're do or die right here, you may spin a pitcher or two. And you had activity from like the third inning on last week in the East Ascension game, so you never know. Swing and a miss.
That's true. I like the little try to third to first pick right there, but you got to figure Captain Shreve's probably well schooled on it as they pulled it off a couple innings before.
Absolutely. Strike called. 0-1.
But you don't see it like it's illegal in the major leagues now. You can't even do that move anymore.
And offering and misses. So the bunt attempt unsuccessful. Now 2 strikes.
Yeah, that might have been a little safety squeeze right there.
Absolutely.
Saw the runner at third break fairly quick.
So now they just go straight to first, and Wickland is in safely. Courtesy runner at third. 1 run already in, and Captain Shreve with a 2-1 lead. Top of the 4th. Zephyr the pitch, swing and a miss.
Huge pitch. Huge pitch by Zephyr right there.
You see him, he gets out those jams. And now this is a tough one right here. The number 9 hitter, it's the number 9 hitter, but this is Lopez, and he knocked one over Kurger's head in right field back 1 inning ago that started that inning, and he wound up scoring. So he can make some contact.
Yeah, if you're Zephyr here, though, you can't take a breath. You can't exhale just because that was a big out, yeah. But, I mean, you still got 1 out to get here. Runners on first and third. Don't let that, they may try to steal a base, try to get in a run down right here to score that runner from third.
And there's a strike.
You just got to keep your head on your shoulders and concentrate on the hitter. This guy's got pop. He blasted that ball to right field his last at bat.
Right. When runs are at a premium, I mean, you're playing playoff baseball, anything you can do to get a run is definitely on the table. Timeout called. And we've already seen the number 3 seed go down in 5A, Live Oak.
And then a couple good. I mean, West Monroe only wins 2-1. Barb only wins 3-0.
Fouled away, 0-2.
Anything can happen.
Captain Shreve, too. One thing to keep in mind as these two teams paired up with Houghton, they're looking at it probably like, if we can get a win here, we can stay in Shreveport this weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Houghton's the Houghton Chalmette, or I think or is it Benton?
Excuse me, yeah. It's Lafayette. They play Lafayette in them. But there's the strikeout as he gets 3 strikeouts that inning. So that's 6 strikeouts on the day for Zephyr. And so it is 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. And so it's 2-1 as they go to the bottom of the 4th. And we can look at that by-district round bracket and take a look at what the matchups are. And, again, the Captain Shreve Santa Maria matchup is paired with Lafayette versus Houghton. So if Houghton can if Houghton can win the game, you could and Captain Shreve can hang on here. You never know. And you look at some of the seeds as well, and the top 5 seeds and the Ascension teams. Dutchtown advanced. They are waiting for the Chalmette Benton game, which is tied right now.
Yeah. So the other, I mean, we know Barb won 3-0. We know West Monroe won 2-1. So there's a couple scores right there. There's your Lafayette at Houghton, And I mean, again, Lafayette's 10-19 at number 25. Haughton's number 8. Never know what can happen. Lafayette's got a really good pitcher. Throws in the low 90s, so he can go up there and shut down Haughton. Even though they're number 25 team, they can upset a number 18. Got the Captain Shreve versus Santa Maria right here. Captain Shreve's up 2-1 again. And then Pineville, Alexandria, and then we saw the Barb 3-0 win over Denham Springs.
Right. You see a lot of strange records, but again, it's because of who you play. In Lafayette, you talk about that record. They got to play Barb twice. They got to play Sam Houston twice. They got to play Acadiana twice and Sulphur. So, that don't sit there and say, "Oh, that team's a joke." They can they got that one pitcher.
Yep, for sure. I know they have one pitcher that can at least get them to the weekend series.
Absolutely. And now for Santa Maria, they got to tie this game up. Need a little urgency here in the 4th inning as Courier, Poirier, Planchet coming up. And there's a little off speed, called for a strike. So getting ahead in the count with that breaking ball. 0-1 to Courier. And makes a little bit of contact there, and so now Akana ahead 0-2.
Yeah, and I mean for the first 3 innings we've seen Akana. He obviously we know he's got three solid pitches. He can, got fastball with movement, really good changeup, good breaking ball. Probably doesn't have the pinpoint control that he wanted the first 3 innings. If that starts to happen, may see a little something different from Santa Maria, because when you're just off the plate, I mean, I guess we kind of coined the phrase effectively wild.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it hard for that hitter, to get comfortable.
And so they still got to figure out what they can do here to get some runs as they trail 2-1 in the count 0-2. Courier, and that's off the helmet. And he tosses that bat a mile. And they're like a throw to first.
Now batting number 10.
Cleared the dugout over there for Santa Maria.
Yeah, you used to seeing that when you go yard, flipping that bat. But he's probably a little frustrated, got hit in the head.
Yeah, well, it was a curveball.
Yeah, and I mean, no targeting there.
He was behind in the count. He got hit with a curveball. Take your base, man.
Yeah, no, be happy.
Right.
Because, you need that run. You're that run. Get on base.
Yeah. Brings up Poirier. We know Poirier can run into one.
Yep. And so Courier, he's a 4 stolen base guy, not a huge threat. Setting up outside. Akana. Ball low.
Akana wanted that pitch. I wanted that pitch too. That looked like a strike.
It's
hard for us to tell up and down here. Yeah.
Strike zone's been kind of tight today. He's been a little tight. It's been consistent. 1-0. Fouled away.
Good pitch, good location. It's all you can do with that pitch right there.
Yep. Live another day. Get one you can do something with. So Courier takes an okay lead at first. Probably not much of a threat right here. But they're going to go to first. Courier back in safely. I know Courier is kind of frustrated getting hit there as he's kind of got a hot bat, as he got a couple of wins last week with the grand slam off of East Ascension, and he had a big hit against Dutchtown for wins. But you got to get on base right now and tie this game. That's priority 1. Then if you can tie it up, then you can do some damage with your bat.
Yeah, kind of paying a little bit of attention to him over there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be careful. You don't pay too much attention to him. Kind of take yourself away with the what you're trying to do with the hitter here. Poirier can flip-flop this lead in a second.
And he gets hit. Jeez. Oh, boy.
That was a fastball that just ran inside. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea, because you painted that fastball on the outside corner. So you got him kind of looking out there if you can just come in, but you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to throw that ball on the inside black. You can miss, be in or third, and still jam that hitter.
So now Planchet comes up. I think he's dropping one right here. Think he's going to offer a bunt, get him in scoring position right here?
Yeah, I would think so.
He doesn't have a sacrifice on the season.
This is absolutely perfect time for that. Bunt it down the third baseline, make it the third baseman field it, get him off the base, have a foot race for the shortstop, and Curriger to third base.
And that's what he's doing, and he drops it in front of home plate.
Uh-oh.
And they might be able to beat that out. He does, and they're safe. The catcher and the pitcher kind of hesitated. They didn't know who was going to go for it at first, and they kind of stopped for a second, and then
that's a base hit.
Can run. That's a base hit.
That's a base hit all the way. Just lack of communication between the pitcher and catcher right there.
And so there's the urgency you need right there. Now they've got a opportunity to get at least one run and tie this game this inning. Now you got 8-9 coming up in LaBeouf and Day, but they're good hitters. LaBeouf, a .284 hitter, so he can do some damage at the plate.
Yeah, here's something you just got to get some contact, get something to the outfield.
Even a double play ball would score a run, tie this game. Oh, now he nearly tied the game on a pitch outside. Good job backhand snag by the catcher, Branham.
Yeah, you see O'Connor had a little anger behind that pitch, maybe kind of just pulled that front side out pretty hard. Looked like he wanted to throw that one about 120 miles an hour. Realized it right after as you saw him kind of tap his chest, like say, hey, my bad.
Mm-hmm. And coach is like, okay, let's have a little talk.
Exactly. Exactly.
Gotta calm your pitcher down because he's had a nice outing so far. 1-2 hitters got him with an RBI, and then since then he has been in command of this game. But
for sure,
he had 2 batters.
Yeah, I mean that. And this is what you talk about. We talk about Zephyr. We've seen him 3 times. He pitches out of jams a lot of the time. Never really gives up that big inning.
Yeah.
Let's see how O'Connor's going to handle this right here. I mean, yeah, he's hit 2 guys. Should have got an out right there. Should be 1 out, guys on second and third, which would make it a little bit easier. But you still, this isn't where you want to. Hey, I mean, if you're O'Connor right here, let me get an out right here. Don't actually try to. I got to get a double play. Don't think I have to get a double. I have to get a. Just think, try to get an out, I mean, if you get 3 outs, worst case scenario, you give up 2 runs.
Yeah.
Right? So.
2 runs, still a 1-run game.
Exactly. Which is very, very doable, towards the end.
And Zephyr's pitching well, but he can give up some runs. It's just a little cat and mouse game right here. Both teams kind of going back and forth, kind of like a fight, trading punches right now. 1-0, bases loaded, fouled, and it is out of play.
That one ball kind of hung up there for a long time. I thought it might have blown back in here.
Yep. So tie game in Benton between Chalmette and Benton. All the Dutchtown fans listening and watching today, wondering who they're going to play this weekend in their best of 3. 1-1, and that's a beauty. That's a strike.
Good pitch.
Good
pitch. Probably good take there. I mean, maybe could have poked that ball. I mean, he got a big gap on the right side over there. Fastball away. Maybe could have poked that ball through there, but can't do it. You're not going to hit that ball in the gap. You're not going to hit that for a home run.
So now 1-2 desperately needs an out. There's a shot up the middle, and it's going to be a double play ball, but the run will score. So there you go. Tie game. That nearly got through, but the shortstop, Harrell, was leaning towards second, ready for that, and made the play. So 6 unassisted to 3 for the double play.
Great play. I mean, it was a breaking ball. I mean, LaBeouf did all he could. Got it, good barrel on the ball, hit it hard. It just brought the shortstop, Harrell, full momentum to catch. And, I mean, he took 1 step and was on second base. Good throw to first.
And so we're tied, but the go-ahead run, Poirier, is at third. Now he's the only Gator on base for Santa Monica. So 2 outs, 9-hitter up Day. Strike called. If Day can get on, then it becomes interesting because then you got Amade coming up. But Day needs to get on base first.
And again, kind of ground ball double play. Now you're one pitch away from just giving up one run with bases loaded, no outs.
And it's just a game reset right now.
Yep.
Strike called. Sandoval didn't like that.
Yeah, wasn't a very animated strike call either by the umpire there. Kind of tricked us.
And you see kind of a tight strike zone here, and that's kind of not something that we have routinely seen called a strike here this afternoon. 0-2, 2 outs, runner on third, go-ahead run. Misses.
Good take. Good take. That ball's just a little bit higher than the one he just called for a strike. I like the pitch selection by Akana, too. He's probably going to start that curveball in that exact same spot right there and try to make Day think it's the same pitch and then drop it in there for a strike.
One, two. Oh, I thought that was strike three right there. Just missed.
Change up.
Yep.
Oh,
might have crossed up the umpire.
Yeah. Might have locked him up.
That's flirting with a third strike right there. 2-2. Poirier at third. The go-ahead run as the count now full. So Day, lots of patience.
Yeah, lots of patience. He's taking some tough pitches too.
Day has, as we talked about, I believe we talked about this earlier, he's got 20 walks on the season. So he's patient. Had the 3-2 earlier and struck out.
Got to be looking fastball here with the top of the lineup up next.
Struck him out on that inside
Not
corner.
looking for it inside, though.
No, and Day strikes out for the second time. But an effective inning. Sandoval scores a run. And they got one hit, no errors, and one Gator left on base. We go to the fifth, 2-2. You're watching the ETAL game of the week.
Important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude. Everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to ETAL.
And we head to the top of the fifth. Captain Shreve versus Sandoval Gators versus Gators, 2-2. It's been a good one, back and forth. Sandoval took the lead in the first. Then in the third inning, Captain Shreve came back, tied it up, and took the lead in the fourth. But coming back with a run in the bottom of the fourth was Sandoval. And so now we have a 3-inning game, 2-2.
9 outs apiece. High school playoff baseball. That's what it's about. It's almost exactly what we expected, right?
Yep. I know some of the people at home might be a little surprised on the Sandoval side, but they shouldn't be with all these upsets that are happening all over the place in District 5, or excuse me, in Classification 5A. And so 1-2-3, Willis, Akana, and Fant. Strike. And so we'll get another upset to put in the books. Acadiana lost today to West Washita. And so now 0-2.
David's slaying some Goliaths the last couple of days, and some really close ones that could have went the other way also.
So Sandoval on notice. They need to be paying attention. This is not a gimme. 0-2. And there's a bouncer to short, and it's taken. Planche throws quickly. He had to hustle with that one and get it on that hop because Willis was flying down the baseline.
I don't know how he caught that ball right there. That was awesome. Because I mean, when you charge and you get an in-between hop, I mean, it's absolute do or die. You really don't know where that ball's going to go. It hopped right in his glove. But still bang, bang play. I mean, if you sit back on that, no chance at first base to get him out.
Right. So now Akana, he's 0 for 2, struck out, grounded to first and got a run in. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And so we talk about another upset. I believe that's the 11 seed, Acadiana, that dropped. And the 12 seed, East Ascension, hoping to do some damage to them tonight as they're going to take on Zachary as it's fouled away. And so 0-2. And so now all of a sudden looks like the good Zephyr's back, and the consistent Zephyr is coming back here. As there's a shot to second, didn't backhands it, throw to first, and he got him. Good play.
Good play right there. I mean, I thought maybe he had time to kind of, hustle and round that ball and get behind it and make a sure play, but looked pretty solid on the backhand anyway.
Absolutely. And so Santa Ma's infielders like that challenge. And there you go.
They've answered so far today.
Fant at the plate. Strike. Zephyr looking really impressive this inning. Strike called, and that's the thing. He hadn't thrown a ball this inning so far.
Yeah, I mean, look at the locations too. Fastball away, curveball in, strike, off speed, inside, outside, up, down, change eye level.
0-2 ground ball, 0-2 ground ball, now 0-2 ground ball. And a quick throw to first, 1-3, and that's an easy inning for Zephyr. He needed that. So maybe a little momentum shift here as Zephyr gets the 1-2-3 innings after giving up runs in back-to-back innings. So he's back in the zone, and we go to the middle of the fifth, and it's 2-2. Santa Ma, Captain Shreve. And so now you look over there at the dugout, and Brandon Bravada, this is his first postseason with Santa Ma. He's won a state championship at Berwick. But he's a guy that an up-and-comer. And he's got the future's bright. I mean, it's always bright at Santa Ma baseball, but he's the kind of guy that's kind of a good match for this program.
Yeah, absolutely. Younger guy coming in here, and obviously he's got a nice resume with a state championship at Berwick. Career had a little hiccup last year, as did everyone's. But I mean, just starting out last year, Bravada trying to get some stuff going, and then COVID hits. But regroups, comes back this year, and I mean was absolutely on fire. Would have liked to finish the season a little bit stronger probably, but just great performance by him and his ball club the entire year.
So he was 59-17 at Berwick with a state title, and he's 36-12 at Santa Ma, and he's a graduate of Redemptorist. So he's been around good coaches, and he's run good programs, and now he's at a place where they'll give you every opportunity to win. They'll give you whatever you need to win. They'll give you the players. They'll give you the facilities. And so we'll see what he can do in the future here at Santa Ma. And now this is a chance for Santa Ma to do a little damage. 1-2-3. Amade's been on base twice. He had a little seeing eye single in the first, and then he walked in the second. Then you have Zephyr on deck, who got a double and an RBI. First pitch, strike.
Pitching backwards. Get ahead with that curveball. You can do anything now.
Very interesting. Popped up high. And there's a play. Third baseman calling it, and a little basket catch near the ground.
Never a doubt, right?
So Fielder makes it interesting. He had that error earlier in the game.
Yeah, that was a big league pop up right there, though. It probably started out over the net here. Wind blows it back in, and I mean, you see him catch it kind of off to the side. Fielder did, just above the ground.
Right.
Those are always tough.
So tough out there for Amade, and so now that brings up Zephyr. Got an update from Benton that Dutchtown fans won't like after this pitch. Breaking ball low. So So Benton got 3 in the third off of Chalmette. They're up 4-1. Benton paired up with Dutchtown. Benton the higher seed. Dutchtown would have to go there. Strike called.
Change up. The change-up's, he's got a really good change-up. We've yet to see a pitcher that has utilized his change-up this effectively.
That's right. 1-1. And that's hit deep to center. And it's going to stay in the field, and it's caught near the wall by the center fielder, Willis. He took that one for a ride, but center fielder right there.
Yeah. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Might have did some damage, but that's the deepest part of the ballpark. You see Willis go back all the way to the warning track to make the catch.
He was aided by the wind, too. Wind blowing out, but he needed a little more. And now 2 outs, and Denton comes to the plate. So Captain Shreve had 1-2-3 up in the 5th, and they went 1-2-3. And now 1-2-3 for Sanama in the bottom of the 5th, and 2 up, 2 down. Breaking ball outside at Denton.
That's that changeup again. Man, you just kind of give up on that thing. It's got a lot of sink on it. It looks like it's going to be up in the zone, and then the bottom just drops out, kind of pulls a parachute.
He reached on an error by fielder. Ball inside. 2-0. So 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. So 2-1, 2-2 our score. Kana to Denton. Low. So 3-1. Kind of looking good. Trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. Both teams trying to get 1-2-3 in the 5th. And bounced foul to the dugout.
3-1 breaking ball. I love it. I love it. You have no idea. There's no pattern. Akana has no pattern. That's how you get pitchers out. I mean, that's pitching. That's not how you get pitchers out.
That's how you get the hitters out.
Yeah. Excuse me.
3-2. Shot to second, and on the bounce, the throw in time. So Thomas over to Fant for the 3rd out, and so 1-2-3. Back to the action, 1-1 count to Fielder. First batter up for Captain Shreve in the top of the 6th. So now ball misses, count 2-1. So 4-5-6 coming up for Captain Shreve. That's Fielder, Harrell, and Branham. And misses inside, so now the count goes to 3-1. 2-2 our score. Captain Shreve versus Sanama. And there's a bouncer up the middle. Base hit. And so there's a leadoff hitter on base again for Captain Shreve. That's the 3rd time today that you've seen that. And so now it'll bring up Harrell with Branham on deck.
Yeah, 3-1, fastball up in the zone. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Captain Shreve. That's what Fielder got. Did exactly what he's supposed to do. Hit a nice rocket back up the middle.
So Fielder at first. Zephyr goes. Looks like Harrell was going to offer a bunt. Squared around. Ball outside. Again, playoff baseball runs at a premium. Trying to sacrifice him over to second and get an RBI situation.
Yeah, especially when you're on the road. You usually play to win when you're on the road, and you can play to tie whenever you're the home team because you're going to get the last at bat. But
right.
You see Captain Shreve here trying to advance that runner to second base, get him in scoring position so they can pick up that lead run.
So Fielder gets back safely on the throw. And another throwback. And so you got the leadoff hitter on base who got a base hit right up the middle to center field. That's Fielder, his first hit of the day. Harrell's got a walk and a double. And he's squared around and takes a ball. Pulled back.
2-0. This is when you're Zephyr, you got to know he's trying to give himself up right now. Let him bunt that ball. Don't try to make a perfect pitch here. Although curveball is an easier pitch for the hitter to pop up. So if you're a pitcher, you want to try to get that curveball
right
over there in for a strike. Maybe try to get a pop up on that bunt.
Think he's still offering right here with a 2-0 pitch.
Yeah,
no doubt. He's ready.
Yeah.
He's already squared. And there's a pitch. And he takes it outside. 3-0.
And as weird as this may sound, sometimes that plays mind games with the pitcher. Whenever you see the hitter square around that early, then you just kind of relax. Oh, all I have to do is throw a strike. You kind of get out of your focus, out of your little tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now from Zephyr. But if he walks this guy, we're going to see it again from the next hitter. I'll guarantee you Branham will be bunting.
3-0. There's a strike. So now to count 3-1. Top of the sixth, 2-2. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Shreve. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Sandoval. Squares around. And it's bunted to the pitcher. He slips. He's going to have to throw to first. He was going to go to second.
He had him, too.
He was going to second.
He got off that mound like a puma, was going to spin and throw to second base. Lives kind of on his heels right there, slipped out from underneath him. But great job not to panic. I mean, just you got to make sure you get them out there, and that's exactly what he did. Good job by Branham there. Or Harrell, I'm sorry. Getting that bunt down.
And so now an RBI opportunity for Branham. He reached on an error on a throw to the plate from Denton as a run scored. Go-ahead run, in fact, to make it 2-1. And there's a breaking ball, so now he's back in the strike zone with a strike called.
Good pitch. Love the first pitch breaking ball. Love it. Just opens up so many opportunities.
So we got a 2-inning game right here. It's 2-2 in the sixth. Sandoval trying to keep them from getting another run here, and a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And so, big pitch coming. If he can get this second out right here, this would be huge if he can get him to strike out right here. He's got a lot of strikeouts on the day. 6 of them, matter of fact. Zephyr popped up, foul. No play.
That ball might have had a chance to cause an accident right there. Straight back over. I don't know, I guess that was that Church Point Road back there.
Yep. Fielder at second. Branham at the plate. 1 out. And there's a strikeout.
Great pitch. Great pitch right there by Zephyr. That's a fastball. Probably maybe a little off the plate, but way too close to take, and you can't do any damage with that.
Strikeout number 7. And again, that leadoff hitter gets on base, and then they had the 3-0 count to Harrell. Looked like he was going to have some trouble this inning. Now he's got runner at second, 2 outs, an opportunity to get out of this inning again. This is Wickland. And he swings and misses.
First pitch breaking ball. It'll make you look silly if you're looking first pitch heater every time.
There is some action in the bullpen for Santa Maria, most likely Brignac. Oh, 1.
I think it may be Dallas Moran down there in the bullpen.
Okay. It's possible.
A little far for us to see down there.
Mm-hmm. And a shot to left center. It's going to fall. And the run is going to go home, and he will score. And Captain Shreve takes the lead. Solid base hit there by Wickland. And now it's 3-2.
3-2, great at bat. I mean, ball outer half. Didn't try to pull it. Kept the hands inside. Nice solid base hit into left center field there. Now that makes that bunt, that sacrifice by Harrell, get in the runner to second base.
Yep.
Look awesome. It's exactly what you do. I mean, get them in position. Somebody pick them up, get a hit. 2 out base hits are at a premium.
And Wickland's 3 for 3 with an RBI. Strike called. This is Blake. He flew out to center and struck out. Wickland not much of a lead. They're going to go to first. He's back. One run in. 3-2. Captain Shreve. 24 leads 9.
Good pitch.
Another strike.
Good pitch. Kind of froze Blake right there. Looked like it was going to be a little fastball inside, probably out of the zone. Late break over the plate for strike 2.
And he swings and misses, and LaBeouf's going to have to go to first, and he does, and that'll retire the side. So another strikeout for Zephyr, but run scores on 2 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base, so it's 3-2. Captain Shreve with the lead. And so let's take a look at the Santa Maria seniors and talk about some of them. And the senior class for Santa Maria for 2021, you got Slade Zephyr, Blake LaBeouf, Reed Brignac, Josh Denton, Aaron Day, Reggie Hebert, Evan Bourgeois, Peyton Delat, Jaden Guidry, Evan Roddy, and Brant Billingsley. And so you see a lot of those guys, and a lot of these guys are in the lineup, and they don't want their season to end, and a lot of them will get a chance to get an at-bat here on Akana and try to tie this game or get the win. And so it's going to be up to these seniors to get something happening right here.
Yeah, show some leadership right here. I mean, you still have 6 outs to play with, right?
Right.
We talked about, being the visitor, you want to try to you actually try to play to win. So you're going to see, if they're down a run, they probably wouldn't, bunt to try to advance just to tie the game. But the game being tied, we saw last inning, they're going to play to get that run ahead. But now you're Santa Maria, you're the home team. You get that runner on, you can actually try to bunt them over and try to get that, run across with a 2-out hit like we just saw Captain Shreve do to tie the game, because you're always going to get that last at bat.
And one of those seniors is going to be at the plate right now, so he's going to get that chance to set it all up the way you were talking about. Reggie Hebert. And you're in the 6th inning of a playoff game that you're behind in. So, I mean, this could be a situation where you might be having your last at bat at this ballpark right here if you can't convert.
Yeah, Hebert's coming in. I mean, he's a near 400 hitter. He's the RBI king of the team.
And that's a shot, but it's right to the left fielder, and he makes a catch.
Wow.
Left fielder played him perfectly. He's out towards left center.
He's literally playing left center field, and that ball was hit on a rope. He had to move one step to his left for the first out.
Right. Looked like they had the book on him.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Bear. That looked like a gapper off the bat.
Yeah, and most of the time it would be, but Captain Shreve knew where that ball was going, it seems like. Now Kurger. Kurger scored the tying run a couple of innings ago.
Yeah, he's one of the first 2 consecutive hitters that got hit in the head. As you see him kind of bail, that front foot kind of stepped out right there.
Yep.
I know it was a breaking ball, but he may still have that blow to the helmet there somewhere in the back of his mind.
0-1. Pitch outside. Count evens 1-1. Akana, we talked about it a lot. Multiple pitches, multiple speeds. Just the first 2 batters reached for Sanama, and then one hit the rest of the way. Oh, way ahead of it.
There's your changeup. He is a crafty pitcher. He knows his game. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
Now you don't know what to do if you're Kurger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you have to look for a fastball. Have to look fastball. Adjust. He's probably not going to blow it by you. May be able to jam you with it, but you have to look fastball and adjust to the off speed.
1-2. Struck him out. And 2 out. So that's 6 in a row retired by Akana after the run scored on the double play when Kurger scored in the 4th inning. Now Poirier trying to extend this inning.
Great sequence by Akana right there on Kurger. I mean, that ball, you see him go outside or slow him down with that changeup and then speed him up with that fastball away. It just makes that fastball look so much harder.
And another swing and a miss. Sandoval down to their last 4 outs. They can't get a run. Upset brewing. 0-1. Fouled out of play. 0-2. So now, Akana 0-2. He can pretty much throw anything right here.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Absolutely. He's seen 2 fastballs, so he's got 2 other pitches he can get out of his back pocket right here. He can waste something if he wants, can waste a fastball up, come back with that curveball. Waste a fastball outside, maybe a little changeup.
0-2. Then a shot to short, grabbed, and the throw to first, out. Harold Afant for the 3rd out, and we're going to go to the 7th with Captain Shreve in the lead. Our score 3-2. We'll take a break. You're watching the E-Tail Game of the Week.
When I think of E-Tail, I think of family. I think of kind of like home.
You know, it comes from the top down. You know, everybody who works here all the way up to the top all feels very much part of the community and cares so much.
I think if you selfless, if you can serve others, then you can work here.
And I love dealing with people.
And I have been quite impressed with E-Tail's involvement in the community.
If you enjoy working with people in an emerging industry, then come work for E-Tail.
Top of the 7th, and 24 leads 9, and it's 3-2. San Matreo's Captain Shreve. And coming up in the top of the 7th, you're going to see Lopez, 9-hitter, who has a double today. And then you're going to see Willis and Akana come up for Captain Shreve after that. And looking ahead, when we get to the bottom of the 7th, you need some runs. You need at least 1 run to extend this game and extend your season. And it's going to be 7, 8, 9. So somebody's going to have to do some damage at the bottom of the lineup if Santa Monica wants to keep their season going.
Yeah, right now Slade's effort needs to get his team back in that dugout as quickly and unscathed as possible. Try to work a quick inning, get his team back in there at the streets, try to score 1 run and tie this thing up.
And Lopez at the plate, he's a tall guy, and he took one for a ride in the 3rd inning. He got the first run as he hit a double out to right over Kurger, and he scored the first run. And that's a shot to left. And off the wall, so he's got another double. That's a 9 hitter that you want to have right there.
He's got pop to right. He's got pop to left. Got a base hit up the middle. I mean, he could spray it. It's impressive.
Absolutely. And another leadoff hitter getting on base. 4 out of 7 innings with a leadoff hitter on base.
See if they're going to bunt here to try to get that little insurance run to third base.
And you got the leadoff hitter, and he's got some wheels too. So, I mean, you're going to have to make a quick play to first if that happens. This is Willis, 0 for 3. Grounded to short twice and struck out looking. 3-2.
He may let him swing away first pitch. I mean, leadoff hitter, top of the order, might want to try to break this thing open.
You get a 2-run lead with no outs. That's going to be hard.
Yeah, he didn't square there.
No, he did not. 1 ball. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Cabin Shreve. Santa Maria, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Lopez at second, nobody out. Low.
Great block right there by LaBeouf.
Yeah,
that's working hard. That'd be a free extra bag.
That would change everything.
Yes, absolutely.
2-0. Outside, 3-0.
Not a bad idea right here. Base open. You're already down 1 run, so you can pitch around Willis here. Maybe set up that double play ball.
Nobody in the bullpen. Misses way outside. So it's first and second, nobody out, and I believe that's Bravada coming to the mound. And so they got to have a little talk here.
You may hear that name Lopez for a little while.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
3 for 3.
You're going to see a replacement, so Moran's going to have to come in because you can't give up another run. And first and second, no outs, and the pitch count elevated, and it's a situation where you just got to leave it all on the line right here.
Yeah. Can't save anybody for tomorrow if you don't win today.
And so Dallas Moran's going to come in, 2-1, 354. Got the win last week against Dutchtown. Bottom of the 5th over in Benton, it's 5-1, Benton leading Chalmette.
So I'm assuming where's Zephyr going to go? To first?
Let's see. I believe that's the case because they'd probably have Abear. They'd keep his bat.
And he'll slide into the DH.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll slide into the DH slot and hit for Moran.
That's most likely what we're going to see. On the scorecard, he was listed as first baseman / DH, so I believe they were kind of setting him up for that type of situation.
Okay.
If they did have to pull Zephyr at any point. So we will see. So it's up to Moran. And let's see. I don't know. I think that's okay. That is Zephyr at first base.
Yeah, Dallas Moran coming into a nice little situation. Sophomore, getting some experience.
And so Akana comes to the plate. So the pitcher, the pitcher's licking his chops right here. He's got a chance to get his own insurance runs. He's a good hitter. He's in the number 2 spot, so he's got to be doing something right.
Yeah, again, 2-hole, you would see bunt. Yeah, there he's playing around now.
Yep. And he pops it, and it's going to be off the fence. So maybe maybe the greater good, trying to get a run in. 1 run and a 2-run lead would make a big difference, especially that 7, 8, 9 coming up. So Kana, we're expecting a bunt. He's already squared, and he misses.
On through it. That's that high fastball. That's the pitch you want to bunt right there, too. Looks like he kind of surprised him a little bit.
So first and second. Willis at first, Lopez at second. Nobody out. 0-2. Let's see if he's still going to bunt. Swinging away, and he fouls it.
That was pretty tardy on that one right there, the fastball.
Just barely stays alive. Three to 2. Upset brewing. Outside. 1-2. Sandoval, they're experienced. They're in a situation they can get themselves out of. They've gotten themselves out of these situations before, and you know that they're not gonna quit. Even no matter who's coming up there, they're gonna get good at bats. This game not over yet. Fouled away.
Good little battle right here. I think Akana might have missed those bumps on purpose so he could swing away.
Maybe.
No, I don't think he did.
Maybe.
He's taking. That was a good hack at that ball right there. That was a breaking ball.
But he has a chance to do something right here. He has a chance to maybe turn this into a 2-3 run lead. No, that's outside.
If you're Moran, this is the pitch you want to get him out with. You don't want to go 3-2 right here to give both of those runners a head start on on a 3-2 pitch.
Still nobody out. And that's hit to left, and it's in play. Day makes the catch, and they're not tagging. So runners stay at first and second with 1 out. Now Fant comes to the plate. He got a base hit in the first, struck out in the third, grounded out to the pitcher in the 5th.
Yeah, big out right there.
Yes, it
You
was.
think if Akana gets that bunt down, you get runners to second and third, and then you get a fly ball right there. That's insurance, 4th run of the game.
Absolutely. Now you are in a situation similar to what Captain Shreve was in a couple of innings ago, where they had runners in scoring position and got the double play ball. That changed the whole complexion. The double play ball here would get them out of the inning. But if not, you're going to see Fant right here and then Fielder on deck. Fant and Fielder both have base hits on the day. And that's a shot to Zephyr, and he drops it, and the bases are loaded. So there's an error that will load the bases. Looked like he was thinking double play, going to second right there, throwing it to the shortstop, and just lost the handle.
Yeah, trying to be a little bit too quick there. Kind of lost his grip. Thought he might have still had a chance as Moran was covering first base. Covering first base, but the ball got away from Zephyr just a little bit too far. Still got a chance to get out of this.
Yep.
Bases loaded, 1 out, double play, pop-up strikeout. Never know.
Fielder got a base hit his last at bat. He scored the go-ahead run. And he gets a piece of it, foul. 0-1.
Impressed with Moran coming in a tough situation, just a sophomore. Coming in pumping strikes. Aggressive in the strike zone. I like that.
Got to get him some pitches here in the playoff situation because he's going to be somebody who's going to be at the top of the staff in the future here. Swing and a miss.
Good breaking ball. Good breaking ball right there.
So 0-2, and this is a big pitch from Moran. Trying to get Fielder out. Misses.
Just a little bit inside.
So Fielder stays alive, 1-2.
Looks like he tried to throw a breaking ball there, kind of backed up on him. He can get the fingers all the way in front of it.
Lopez at third. Willis at second. Fant at first. 1 out. Misses. 2-2. Fly ball would give him that 4th run, possibly. Samuel still hoping for a double play grounder. They're playing back at double play depth. Low. A walk would score a run. So Moran's got to have a strike right here. Yeah. He's got to be somewhere close.
If these at bats are, that Captain Shreves are putting together, or I mean they're battling. They're long. I'm kind of watching the defense of Santa Ma getting a little stale out there. They need a little action. They're going to get caught off guard here on a hot shot.
3-2. Oh, struck him out. There's a big strikeout from Moran.
3-2 breaking ball. How gutsy is that?
Gutsy.
That is awesome. I love that. Got a little fired up. He got a little animated on the mound. You got to love that from a young kid like that.
So he's come in and he's got 2 outs and what could have been a third, but dropped by Zephyr for an error. So he's done his job so far, but he still has to face one more batter to get out the inning.
Yeah, careful here. Don't let the hype of the last out get to you, man. You still got to grind here. And if you're Harrell, put together another good at-bat, just like every single Captain Shreve hitter has been doing so far this game.
And Harrell yanked one past Amade earlier in the 4th inning. And he wound up scoring the go-ahead run at the time. Ball outside.
Good job by LaBeouf right there. Sliding out, breaking ball outside of the zone in the dirt.
Right.
Quick to drop to his knees right there.
Wild pitch gives him that 4th run.
Yeah, need a strike right here from Moran if you're Santa Ma. Don't want to be pitching from too far behind.
And a shot straight to Moran, and he'll flip it to Zephyr for the 3rd out. Moran does his job. Great job by Moran.
Great job.
Awesome job of getting out of that inning. And so no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 3, count them, 3 left on base. And so it's a 1-run game, 3-2, bottom of the 7th. And lots of playoff action going on here in Ascension Parish. And so when we look at some of the scenarios that are happening, you got the game tonight, East Ascension going up to Zachary. And they're paired up with Sam Houston. Then you got Dutchtown, who got the victory last night against Covington. And right now, I believe it's 5-1, Benton with the lead. So it's looking like they're going to go up to Shreveport this weekend. And then after that, if Santa Ma can get a win right here, they're looking at possibly going to Houghton or hosting Lafayette. But again, they got their work cut out for them, as somebody at the bottom of the lineup is going to have to get a hit. Yeah. You're going to see Planche, LaBeouf, and Day unless they pinch hit for somebody.
Yeah, somebody's got to find their way on the base.
Now, if they can get somebody on base, then you got Amade, and he's got home run power, and it would get really interesting. So one person gets on base, it gives Amade a shot.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, I really can't say how much I'm impressed with this Akana guy. I mean, he's not going to throw at 95 miles an hour.
Yeah,
he's not going to blow too many balls by you, but he just mixes up his pitches so well, and he throws all 3 of them for strikes. Just changes speeds and eye levels and locations, and it just makes it so tough on a lineup to get anything settled in.
Now, Planche reached on a base hit, but that was the bunt that got out in front of the plate and the pitcher and the catcher got crossed.
Right.
That's the only person in that 7, 8, 9 spot who has gotten on base here today.
Yeah. I don't think you see a bunt here. I see Fielder playing on the grass, kind of protecting on that side. If you do see the second baseman, Cade Thomas, playing deep in the grass at second, you might want to push something that way if he's thinking about bunting.
So he takes first pitch inside. Akana's had the leadoff man on twice so far this game. Ball low. Now it's 2-0. So what's your job here? Just hopeful for a walk
no,
here?
You're taking right here for sure. As you see the coach for Captain Shreve come and have a little chat with Akana. Hey man, look, they're probably taking for a strike right here. Just get ahead of these hitters.
Yeah, and it's going to be Akana or bust here. There's nobody in the pin.
Nope, I don't see any action down there.
They're going to dance with the one who brought him here. They're going to win with Akana. They're going to lose with Akana. Or they're going to go to extra innings with Akana. That's our scenarios right here. It's 3-2. A leadoff hitter getting on base would be big for the Gators. The Sanama Gators, not the Captain Shreve Gators. Right now, the 24 seed leads the 9, 2-0, bottom of the 7th, 3-2 our score. 2-0 is the count.
Yeah. Let's see if it's a 2-0. Hey, we normally see perfect strike after the coach makes a visit to the mound. Let's see if he grooves one right here.
Perfect.
Right on cue.
2-1. Taking all the way. He has lost some control a couple of times and hit a couple of batters. Not there. He takes the ball high. 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. You're probably still taking here, don't you think?
It's got to be pretty good. It's got to be, I mean, on a tee for you, you got to look at one spot.
He's got one job, get on base. And right now the walk's the most likely option. Strike called. On the inside corner, it looked like a strike to me.
Yeah, it looked like a strike. Tough pitch right there. 3-1, paint the black on the inside. Not the pitch you're looking for if you're Planche, for sure.
Planche, 3-2. And that's bounce foul, so he fights off a pitch. So that's his first swing of the at-bat. So he fights off a pitch and lives another pitch. 3-2.
For a little off speed. He's been a little wild with the fastball.
3-2. Foul in play. Caught. So Planche flies out to Fant. And now it's 2 outs to go.
Little pop up, little fastball on the outside, just a little bit tardy there for Planche. Tough play, actually. Sun directly in Fant's eyes on that pop up.
So 2 outs away from the upset, and now it's Blake LaBeouf who grounded to third, hit into a double play. Oh, kind of missed on that one a little bit.
Might be one of you, LaBeouf. You might want to try to headbutt, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now LaBeouf is 0 for 2, but that double play ball was hit sharp to the shortstop, but he hadn't played perfectly and set up for the double play.
Yeah, if he hits that ball right now, it's a base hit.
Absolutely.
Shortstop is playing double play depth, shaded towards the bag there.
Mm-hmm.
He's at normal depth towards the third baseman now.
Now it's 2-0. Carbon copy of the Planche at bat. 3-0. Take right here. And the Buff gets on, then you get a courtesy runner. It could get interesting.
Yeah, then do you try to steal that bag or do you?
Mm-hmm. $3-0-4. Ball. Whoa. 4.
Not sure where that pitch was. That looked like a good pitch.
Yes. I think that's a situation where he's got to prove that he's got to throw a strike before he gets that call back.
Exactly. I mean, may have been a little tight, a little close, but
it was.
When you're all over the plate, you're not going to get that close call from the umpire.
So the courtesy runner, if they're did they bring in a courtesy runner? Okay, I'm not sure. But if they stay out the double play with Day, then Amade gets a shot. And I think it's a situation where the umpire is just he's erratic right now, and he's all over the strike zone. He's not going to give him something unless it's right down the middle.
Exactly, because those are borderline.
Yeah,
but he has been. He's actually, other than the leadoff curveball to LaBeouf, he's completely abandoned his breaking ball and changeup.
Ball 1. Ball 2. Yeah, he's not giving him anything close right now. 2-0. Amade on deck, begging for a chance. 427 on deck, 4 home runs. Extra base power. 2-0. 3-0. Some of these pitches are close, but he's just kind of erratic right now. He's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, he is. If he walks Day here on 4 straight pitches, I mean, you have to throw a breaking ball or some kind of off-speed pitch your first pitch of the next at bat.
If he gets on base and he got first and second with a 1 out and Amade at the plate, this place is going to get loud.
Yeah.
Ball 4. And now Santa Maria has them where they want them if they can, with 1 out and another visit.
Yes, we got the head coach out there now, it looks like.
Now, unless there's somebody in there, and they are going to pull him. Now, who is coming in? It looks like they're going to substitute one of the position players. See the right fielder, Blight, coming in. Might be Blight coming in to pitch.
Yeah, he's emptying his pockets and his sunglasses and everything.
So Jackson Blight in a save opportunity, and he's going to have to face Amade and Zephyr. Now, I don't know what this guy's got. I don't know what type of repertoire, change of speed that he's got, but I'm sure that Amade is going to be excited to see somebody probably not.
Yeah, I mean, he got a hit, right? He was 1 for 2 or whatever he was, but it was a grind.
Yeah.
It was a grind.
It was a cue ball over to the hole, and the shortstop stopped it, but just no play. So let's see what this guy's got. This is Jackson Blight. And interesting to see what they do. It looks like they'll probably go with the position players. Not sure. Akana will probably stay in the game.
Can't really tell. It's just like a line change.
Yeah, they brought a couple of guys out. You probably don't want to lose Akana's bat.
Yeah, it's tough to see their numbers. They're white on the white stripe of the back of their jerseys there. So we got somebody moving to first because he just went to grab a first base mitt. 6.
So let's see if we can see. These numbers are hard to see because it's white on white.
No, that's still Fant. Still at first base.
I believe possibly, I'm not sure, may have seen the DH Wickland come in to the outfield, but I'm not sure. It's just hard to see with these white numbers on white. They really shouldn't do that.
Mess us up like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Kana is going to go to second, right?
Okay. I think so. Now, Thomas was at the regular second baseman. He was being
DH'd for.
He was DH'd for.
Okay.
So That might be what's happening here. And then Wickland would come in possibly in right field. So Amadei, 427, 4 home runs. This is not a home run situation. This is not hero ball. This is tie the game right here, probably.
Yeah, one at a time, right?
High.
Yeah, great job by Caden Nakana. I mean, really kept these Santa Maria Gators off balance for a very long time. Just looked to run out of gas just a little bit there at the end.
1-0. 1 out. Shot to right in
center.
play. Caught. Tag. So the center fielder catches it.
That ball was hit to the fence there. I thought if it could have got a little gust, that ball goes out of here for a walk-off homer, but now the Santa Maria Gators are down to their last out.
So LaBeouf, 90 feet away from a tie. And just like we had last night, the tying run at the plate, and now you got the tying run at third base in this game, and it's Zephyr. And Zephyr had a solid double. Just looking for a base hit. See Akana playing very deep, and the shortstop playing deep as well. Runner at first. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to second right here.
And now you got to be careful of the pass ball.
And it gets away! It gets away! Here it comes, a play at a plate. No play! Tie game! Tie game! Day goes to second.
Careful of the pass ball. Got to be careful of the pass ball.
Now, Zephyr can win it. And Bravada is telling the fans, get up and scream. Now the momentum has shifted 1,000,000%. And a timeout called.
He's going to put him on.
Yeah.
Face the hottest hitter that Santa Maria has.
They want the force.
It makes sense. It makes sense. The run at second base beats you. The run at first base does not, so it doesn't even matter. Go ahead and put and try to make it the easiest play at any bag that you can. The Slade's effort does not matter at at first base, unless they can force him at second.
You got a 446 hitter who has not reached base today. So you talk about being due. Statistically, he's due.
Yeah, with 2 outs, you're going to see Aaron Day running on the crack of the bat. He's going to get a good jump here. It'll be up to
outside.
It'll be up to Jackson Blake to silence his crowd and get his team back in that dugout and give him another chance.
I love playoff baseball. Nothing like it. (1-0), 1-1. Line up on that outside corner.
Good pitch. Great pitch right there. You see the infield all playing back, boy. I know you need that RBI, but if you could drop a bunt right here, I know it's not the situation, but that'd be a freebie.
Yep. 1-1. Shot to short, grabbed, flipped, up high, and they got him. They got him. That was so close.
That's why you walk Zephyr.
Yeah, but that flip was high, and they may be arguing that the second baseman had his foot off the bag to get it. And Bravada's talking to the coach, and he's saying that's definitely out, and I don't think they're going to get an appeal right here. He was adamant. That umpire right there at shortstop's adamant. He's out.
Little heated there, but I mean, actually the flip was high, so it did look like you may have drew him off the base there. But now we got extra baseball.
Extra innings, 3-3. It was 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we'll go to the 8th, and we'll take a break. You're watching the E-Tail Game of the Week.
When I think of E-Tail, I think of family. I think of kind of like home.
It comes from the top down. Everybody who works here all the way up to the top all feels very much part of the community and cares so much.
I think if you selfless, if you can serve others, then you can work here.
And I love dealing with people.
And I have been quite impressed with E-Tail's involvement in the community.
If you enjoy working with people in an emerging industry, then come work for E-Tail.
So we go to the 8th, 3-3, and it was desperate for Sandoval there in that inning. But then kind of couldn't find the strike zone, and they had all the momentum. It looked like Captain Shreve might be able to pull this out. Now it's kind of like a complete 180 momentum shift. It looks like Sandoval is a team with the confidence right now as you get to extra innings.
It's a 0-0 ball game, and Sandoval's the home team, right? I mean, it was exciting. You're a couple feet away from Lee Amadei ending the game with that deep fly ball to right center field, and then you get the game tied up on just a pass ball. Exciting play to end the inning.
But that fly ball was so critical because you were able to tag with LaBeouf on that fly ball, and then he scores on the wild pitch. So every at-bat matters. And even something like that, a long out, makes a big difference. And the first pitch is a strike to Branham, 0-1. And he misses inside. Playoff baseball, the zone is tightening. That strike zone's tightening. He's going to make the pitchers earn it. That's what postseason's about. 1-1, 8th inning, 3-3. And a little nub foul. 1-2. So Moran, his line right now, he's faced 4 batters, flew out to left, an error by Zephyr got Fant on base, then a strikeout and a grounder to the pitcher. Now 1-2 to Branham. Wickland on deck, Blake after that. And just missed. If LaBeouf could have held that one, it would have been strike 3.
Cool, he just missed that. It was a hanging breaking ball right down the center. He fouled that ball off with some authority.
Absolutely. It was close. One, 2. And he hit him.
He's very excited. I mean, you got to be. You're 1-2. You're just battling up there.
Yep.
Trying to get on base any way you can. You'd love to get hit right there by that pitch.
And this is probably not a sack situation with Wickland coming up. He's 3 for 3. He'll probably take some hacks here, I would think. What do you think?
I don't know. We got a courtesy runner in there for Branham.
Yeah.
He's 3 for 3, but man, you got to get that runner to second base. I wouldn't be surprised to see him not bunt.
It makes you wonder though when you got that hot hitter, and he's 3 for 3, and he's had 3 solid hits.
Yeah, but you have to play to win right here.
So we'll see. Third baseman in, and he is bunting. Strike called, so you're right. They need a run. Square. And he misses. He offered at it, and he missed. So 0-2.
That's a tough pitch right there. That was like a wipeout breaking ball. It's like an 0-2 pitch to a regular swinging hitter.
So, now 0-2.
Do you take it off? Or do you try to let him bunt again?
I don't know. He's the hottest hitter on the team today, 3 for 3. He does have an RBI. He has the go-ahead RBI that made it 3-2. Swing and a miss. And they're going to second as they advance, and they can't get it. As the shortstop, Planchet, just missed. And so that works just like a bunt.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Planchet's definitely out because the first base was occupied. He couldn't go anywhere, but a runner from first base, not sure if he was going just because he thought it was a wild pitch.
I think it was in the dirt. I think it was because it was in the dirt. He broke for second late. Yeah, I think he broke for second late. Now we're going to have a little conference.
because he can advance, or can he not advance on the ball?
No,
I mean, if
he
it's
cannot.
a ball in the dirt.
He cannot. Well, the first base was occupied, so the batter's out.
Yeah, I mean, it should be free for the runner on first base to go to second if he wants to be, if it's a wild pitch.
Yeah. But Bravada's got the ball, and he's going to have a little talk. And he was frustrated at the end of the 7th inning too.
Yeah, there's something. I think there's a little something else going on here. I don't know if maybe one of the umpires.
You think the batter interfered? Or
Yeah,
I don't know. Did the batter interfere with the catcher and keep him from throwing that ball there to second? I don't know.
Somebody might have got thrown out of the game there.
I think that might be the case.
Yeah, somebody just got thrown out of the game.
You see a substitution, number 4. So Brignac's coming in. It might be the pitcher. Pitcher might have got yanked. And you saw that might have been why he grabbed the ball. So Moran is gone, and Brignac comes in.
Not sure what happened at all right there.
Did he might have had a word. But when they called Bravada to have the discussion, he immediately went to Moran and grabbed the ball and came straight to it. I mean, I made a note of that. So he might have known something happened. And then he was just getting clarification from the umpires. But regardless, he's gone. Now Brignac.
Yeah, that hurts. Moran was he was throwing the ball well.
But Brignac is a luxury to have. He's got 2 saves on the season. And he's got a 1.67 ERA. He's kind of their closer. Even though he's not got 2 saves on the season.
Yeah.
If this team does have a closer and a guy that they turn to shut down in the late innings, it's this guy.
Yeah. You gotta kind of pay attention to the walks there. I see 21 innings. He's got 12 walks and 14 Ks. So looks like he struggled at some point finding that strike zone. Hopefully for Sandoval tonight is not the case.
So now runner at second, 1 out. RBI opportunity for Blake. He's a new pitcher. Comes in from right field. And there's a strike. So Brignac comes in with a strike early. Courtesy runner at second for Captain Shreve. Misses.
Ooh, just down.
1-1. So Brandon, was hit by pitch, 2-strike pitch. Then courtesy runner comes in. He advances to second on the strikeout as the ball was dropped, and he advances to second on the drop ball. And then, there's a drive to deep left, and it's over Day's head, and a run is going to score, and Captain Shreve's going to take the lead in the 8th. And that's just a solid hit, stand-up double for Blake. So the pitcher gets the RBI.
Yeah, nothing Day could do about that. I mean, that ball was a double off the bat. Just did a good job getting there, corralling it, getting into third base. Keep Blake at second right there.
And now you're facing a guy who's got 2 doubles on the day. So Brignac's going to have to settle down. It's 4-3, Captain Shreve. Looked like Sandoval had all the momentum. But here comes the Captain Shreve Gators with 1 run in the 8th so far. And 1 out. Breaking ball, strike. So Lopez is doubled to left and he's doubled to right. Second base, 1 out Pitch misses 1-1. Time called. One is the count. And that's fouled away. So 1-2. Something got hit. Although it wasn't a car. Or a person.
It's a big out right here to bring that.
So
keep Lopez off the base. Lopez has been swinging that hot stick.
Yes. Did he go around? And they're not going to even ask for an appeal. So 2-2.
Oh, he asked for an appeal.
Now they asked for an appeal and he got it.
Wow. That you don't see that often at all. The umpire came out from behind home plate shaking his head, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Like he made the call that they couldn't even appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure who appealed.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because after he said no, I looked down and marked the ball on the on my score sheet, and then next thing I know, he's calling him out, and so with 2 outs,
wow,
it's Hunter Willis.
Yep, big out for Brignac and Sandoval right there.
Yep, they got to keep this at 4-3. Now you're gonna have the guys you want to come up: Hebert, Kurger, and Poirier in the 8th. And there's a shot to second in the hole, stop, and that's going to save a run. As Denton does what he needed to do. He just needed to get in front of that and block it with his body.
Great play. I can't stress how good of a play that was right there. You hear so often, runner on second base, knock it down infield, knock it down. Do not let that ball get through the infield so that runner can score from second. That's what I mean.
Absolutely.
So what, he didn't get the out. That run did not score.
Absolutely.
Give Brignac another chance to get an out right here.
No, that could, you might want to put a little asterisk by that play if Sandoval can get a run here in the 8th and extend this game. So now we're going to see Akana at the plate. Akana was the pitcher who gave Sandoval all kinds of trouble until he ran out of gas in the 7th. So Willis at first, Blake at third, swing and a miss. Definitely saved a run. 4-3. That's 10 hits on the day for Captain Shreve. Only 3 so far for Sandoval.
Tough to win ball games like that.
And there's a shot, and that one is going to go through, and the run will score. As Denton had both those guys shaded toward
up the middle.
Up the middle, yes. And so both guys go right, and Akana gets a base hit RBI.
Yeah, kind of a carbon copy of the hit prior. And Brignac getting his ground balls, they're just hitting them where they're not.
Yep. Those could have been potential outs depending on where they're shading the players. And that's popped up, and that'll be a 3rd out, so possibly caught by Brignac, yes. And so now they need 2 runs. And we'll take a break. It's 5-3, Captain Shreve with the lead. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
It's important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude. Everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to ETEL.
And so, again, do or die, bottom of the last inning for Sandoval. So we're in the bottom of the 8th, and they need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Now there's a new pitcher who came in the 7th, Blake. So you're not seeing Akana anymore. So they finally got him out of there. And so now you're going to see 4, 5, 6. So these are the guys you want up. Hebert, Kurger, Poirier. Now, you would like to see Hebert in an RBI situation, but he is a 378 hitter. And if he can get on base, Kurger behind him, he's been knocking the tar out of the ball the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and all three of them can lead the yard, too, so there's always that possibility.
Yes.
However, Blight came in, did a great job kind of extinguishing that fire that the Santa Maria Gators had going in the bottom of the last inning.
Right, in the bottom of the seventh, and it looked like it could have nearly been extended as you had a ground ball to short that was kind of casually flipped to second high, and the second baseman nearly got off the bag to make the play, but he stayed on the bag, or else this game might have ended in 7 innings. So it's precarious. It's playoff baseball. And so Reggie Hebert comes to the plate. Senior doesn't want his season to end today. Doesn't want his career to end today at Santa Maria. First pitch outside.
Probably taken to a strike again.
You saw that in the 7th. They were taking at the bottom of the lineup and couldn't throw a strike. And there it is.
Game on now, right?
Absolutely.
Strike across the plate.
And this is not a guy who's got a lot of variation in his pitches here compared to what we saw from Akana. 1-1 fouled away.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen fastball, slider.
So now it's 1-2 and just trying to look for a pitch that he can do something with. This is Hebert. No. Set up too much outside.
Just trying to get on any way you can. I mean, if you think about the top half of last inning, they had Bryce Branham 1-2, ends up hitting him. Started everything for Captain Shreve.
So Santa Maria needs something like that right here. No, good eye, good boy. That was that broke way outside the strike zone. He wanted it.
That ball, it looked like it broke twice. That was a good breaking ball. Jeez, I don't know how he laid off that pitch.
So 1 pitch away from a walk, 1 pitch away from a strikeout. Hebert. Outside, ball 4. So Captain Shreve started there half the inning with a base runner, and now Santa Maria with a base runner here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yes, we're in extra innings. Captain Shreve 5-3. Santa Maria right now down to their last 3 outs. Now Kurger, he's coming to the plate, and he's got 2 home runs, but one of them was last week, and it was a bomb.
Yes, it was. You know he can run into it for sure. Get one of those fastballs up in the zone here. If you're Blake, you want to just try to work ahead.
What I find interesting, they had him shaded toward left center a couple innings ago when he tagged that ball to left center. Now they got him more toward left.
Yeah, I think that's because you saw kind of throwing a lot more off-speed pitches. He's going to be a little bit, more out front.
Okay.
Just find it interesting when you got to think that they're taking a strike right here.
They go to first. There's a play, but he's in safely.
But I'm seeing the catcher Branham, whenever he's calling for the pitch, I see him setting up like on a corner. I wouldn't think you would be trying to paint corners first pitch when you have a pretty good idea that they're taking till a strike. Just try to throw something down the middle.
1-0 high, 2-0. Now Kurger at 2-0. You want to get another base runner, but he's going to get a 2-0 offering right here. Let's see what they decide. And a pitch. Oh, that looked like it hit him. That looked like it maybe brushed a jersey.
The jersey or his little pad that he's got on his elbow right there. I think he may have reacted a little differently if it would have got him.
I don't know. I think he wants to swing as well. He wants one hack. 3-0. Strike.
He's going to get his chance right here. Just Don't get too excited. Just pick one pitch, one spot. Something you can drive. Yeah.
Look at the flags.
Lay off everything else.
Out to center. Ball 4.
That's a close pitch right there.
Yeah.
And look, you get that pitch if you're around the zone. I mean, we talk about it all the time. If all your pitches are in the zone or more around the zone, but I mean the 3 balls he's thrown prior just haven't been really close, so you're not going to get that borderline pitch.
Yeah. And now they're going to talk it over, and they're going to pull Blake. And it looks like the right fielder is going to go. I believe that's the DH. The original DH. They might be just changing gloves. And so, let's see who this is coming in. It's a single digit. 9. So number 9.
Oh, it's fielder, the left fielder.
Okay, the
right fielder.
The
Sorry,
right
he
fielder.
was the third baseman.
Right, he was their third baseman. Now he moved to right field, I guess, with all the shifts.
Okay, we missed that somewhere.
Yes, exactly. So fielder is no longer a fielder; he's a pitcher. Well, he could still field, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Now you're going to see Poirier right here, and you're going to in the 3 batters. Now you get to the bottom of the lineup, 6, 7, 8. Poirier, 275 hitter. Planche, 289 hitter. LaBeouf, 284 hitter. That's not bad for the bottom of the lineup.
No, and I mean you saw them. I think they started 7, 8, 9 at the bottom of the last inning.
Right.
Retired the 7-hole hitter, and then 8 and 9, LaBeouf and Day worked their way on with walks.
So I guess possibly the plan is, let's see if this guy can throw strikes before you start going crazy out there.
Sure, and they're going to take to a strike. I mean, they're doing it with, when Blake was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to figure out who moved to third base.
Yeah, this is confusing.
Okay, no, wait. So we got the left-hander, number 18 or 19, going to first, and then Fant is going to move over to third.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I can't see these numbers.
Okay, so that's Wicklund. Wicklund is our first baseman.
Okay, yeah, he comes in from that DH spot. He was in the outfield.
Correct, and then Fant moves to third base.
Okay. I may just call him third base and first base for the rest of the night.
May be here a while. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Although there's not a lot of contact with the ball right now because Captain Tree can't throw strikes.
New guy in there. We'll see.
Here we go. Fielder looking for the save. Poirier. Now Poirier has 3 homers. Strike. So that kind of changes stuff here. Now again, 3 home runs on the season. He's a big guy.
Yeah, big strong kid. He's ran into a couple of them already this year. If he gets a ball middle in, he can definitely poke it out of here. But again, he's just trying to
But
keep the chain moving.
But it is a small ballpark.
For sure.
Again, you just want to keep it going. I agree, Mike. Oh, inside.
Breaking ball. Almost got Poirier right there.
He really wasn't crowding the plate. If he's crowding the plate, that might have been a situation where the bases are full.
Yeah. It's just a breaking ball. He kind of flew open on, left it arm side. Those are the ones that are dangerous because they don't spin very much.
Outside ball. 2-1. So tries inside ball, outside ball. Swing and a miss.
Got him a pitch a hit right there. Just pulled off of it a little bit. If he could have kept those hands inside. Tried to hit that ball maybe oppo gap. That had a different result. Good pitch by Fielder right there, coming back 2-1.
2-2. Outside, full count. Hebert at second, Kurger at first. Poirier at the plate.
And the
they
drama
need two.
Unfolds.
Love playoff baseball.
No outs. One swing could win it.
Oh, got him.
Fastball up in the zone. Just a little bit tardy was Poirier.
Yep. Now the power is kind of removed from the equation at the bottom of the lineup. Now you got some guys that can get base hits and advance runners.
Yep, station to station. You can do it that way as well.
And offering, did they call that a strike?
He probably went.
No, he did not.
That's close.
Caught a break right there. I think he was offering at that one.
Yeah, he brought the third baseman in a couple steps, so he was playing back.
Yeah, he might have been trying to catch him by surprise right there. 1-0, 2-0. Oh, you don't want a wild pitch right here. Wild pitch puts the tying run at second, and the base hit would tie this game. So 2-0. Now Planche started that seventh inning, but he popped out foul to first base. So he did not reach. 2-0, there's a strike.
Taken all the way.
Absolutely. He may be taken again right here.
2-1. He might get a good fastball to hit right here, but Fielder's got a good breaking ball. We've seen him break it off a couple times already. He can spin that in for a strike. It'll be tough for Planche to pull the trigger on it.
3-1. One pitch from loading the bases for LaBeouf. LaBeouf, a senior, on deck. Ball four, loaded bases. 3 walks. And now a senior, one of the leaders of this team, Blake LaBeouf, behind the plate. Now the tying run is at second base. Base hit could even the score. 5-3, Captain Shreve with the lead.
Yeah, Kurger with some pretty decent wheels out there at second base. You know they're going to send him on any kind of base hit through the infield.
Outside. Oh, I tell you what, that catcher Branham, he's got to have like cat-like reflexes out there to get some of these balls.
Yeah, he stepped up in this inning. I can promise you that. That's 2 or 3 of them that potentially could have got by him and tied this game up.
That's the 8th inning. He's exhausted. Exactly. It's hot out there. It's humid. Oh, it's away! It's away, and he wasn't looking. Oh no! Probably that would have been close, but it hit the knee part of the shin guard, and it got away. And I looked immediately over to Hebert at third base, and he was kind of just walking back to third. But it's 2-0.
Man, that's it. You got to have a good secondary lead right there coming off third base, and I mean that ricochet that almost went all the way to the wall.
Yep.
Kind of got caught off guard there. That would have made things interesting.
Very interesting. And so now it's 2-0, and again, walk.
Yeah, I mean, I keep looking up there, and Santa Maria still only has 3 hits.
And you had to, and first two were Amadei base hit, Zephyr double on the first two batters. After that, they have one hit the rest of the day, and you know what that was? It was the bunt by Planche that
was
that
misplayed,
rolled,
miscommunication.
that
You're
rolled
right.
in front of home plate. So I mean, there hasn't been a solid contact base hit since the first inning. Really, the only guy who's made solid contact and got on base is Zephyr.
Yeah.
Now there have been some shots like we talked about that shot to left center by Abear where the left fielder had him played perfectly.
Yeah. And Amadei hit a ball to the wall out there in right center.
So it's not like they are just completely, dumbfounded out here. They're getting their hacks at it.
Yeah, and LaBeouf hit a rocket up the middle on that double play ball.
Yep. So 2-0. 5-3. Cinnamon needs 2. Strike. Now that's almost a gimme right there. After the conference, it's always a strike.
Yep. Good job by fielder right there. I mean, it's a tough situation. 2-0, you have to throw a strike.
Shot to center in play. Probably will score 1, and there's a little bit of miscommunication there, but the run will score. And now, what if Abear was looking for that?
Yeah, that ties up
earlier. That could have tied that ball game.
Yeah, a little frustrated, but not out of it quite yet.
So RBI sack from LaBeouf will score Abear. Kurger stays at second. Planche is still at first. So Day, with Amadei on deck, has to get on base. Kurger's going on contact, so base hit could tie it. Tell you what, though, the left fielder and the center fielder almost got tangled out there.
Yeah, they did. They're playing pretty deep back there, and it looks like they're playing no doubles to not lose. So a little base hit just over the infield should score the runner from second.
0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 strike away.
Good swing right there. Good pitch by fielder. He's like, here it is, hit it, let's go.
So Captain Shreve, the 24 seed, 1 strike away from an upset in the first round. Extra innings at that.
Fielder, a senior, who's been in these situations before.
Setting up way outside, then tries to come back inside a little bit.
Double out, probably a little purpose pitch right there.
1 and 2.
Trying to set up this next pitch right here, probably try to go fastball in, but I mean, if I'm fielder, I'm not trying to be too tricky with anything.
So right now, the pitcher of record would be Blake, fielder trying to get the save. Outside, good eye. 2-2.
Yeah, this is where if you're fielder, man, you don't want to try to be too pretty right here. Because Day has got an unbelievable eye. We've seen him walk one time tonight for sure, but several times in games that we've done previous to them.
20 of them. 2-2. Hit him, and now it's Amadei.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't try to hit your spots too much. Don't try to get too tricky right there, man. That's anything get away from you. He threw 1 fastball right down the middle, got strike 1. He blew the second one right by him, and then he kind of tried to pick around that plate. Now you run yourself into Lee Amadei. There's a whole different can of worms here.
And I tell you what, if Captain Shreve does win this game, they will have won it facing the best at home plate. 427 hitter. The number 2 hitter batting average. He's also the home run leader. He leads in runs scored. He's also drawn 35 walks. He leads the team in walks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could tie this game right here, too.
For sure. I mean, good at bat by Day right there. He's down 0-2.
Yep.
Sees 2 very borderline pitches he just spits on, and then wears one in the back.
Oh, I'm at the edge of my seat. Strike called. He thought about it.
I don't know if he might have taken the old take to a strike off on Lee.
Yeah.
Probably letting him swing away right here.
0-1. Amadei has a hit. A hit wins it right here. Foul. One more strike again. Sandemar down to their last strike one more time.
0-2. We saw Aaron Day go down 0-2.
Now, you don't want to get cute with this one because wild pitch could score a run.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen it happen.
Oh, 2 outside. 1-2. Good eye.
It's a good eye right there.
Good patience. Good patience.
This is awesome. I mean, just the intensity in the air right now. That pitch is
I tell you
not
what.
that far off the plate. How they lay off that, I don't know. It's a good pitch by fielder right there.
1-2. 2 outs. 1-run lead for Shreve. Shot to second, and it's a throw to first, and it's out. And Captain Shreve wins. Upset. 5-4. Faced their best hitter. Got him out on a hot shot to second base.
Yep, tied him up a little bit on that fastball. He'd been working him outside and pitches prior, had him looking out there. Missed middle in. Threw the pitch middle in and just got on the hands of the lead just a little bit there.
Heartbreak at Sandemar as our final score 5-4. And so we'll keep it here for a moment and talk about what we saw here. Again, five runs on 11 hits for Captain Shreve. 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors for Sandemar. And just the bats just couldn't find the holes today for Sandemar. That made the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how many times I said it. Just the way that the starting pitcher there for Captain Shreve kept him off balance with all 3 of those pitches. It was just
absolutely
hard to get comfortable, man. You just cannot. I don't know. You just can't sit on a pitch. It's just the ball's up, the ball's down, the ball's in, it's out, it's fast, it's slow. He just kept him off balance the entire game.
Right, at Sakana, and then he was replaced by Blake, and Blake is the pitcher of record. He got the win today, and so he gets the win for Captain Shreve, and then the save goes to Fielder. The loss is going to be credited to Moran.
Yeah, which we're still not 100% what happened with him on the ejection or whatever. But you said it. Look, you look at the scoreboard: 3 hits, 4 runs. Tough to get 4 runs with 3 hits. More or less try to win a baseball game in playoffs.
Yep, and it's a tough one, and it's just quiet and not fun here today for Sandemar as they're eliminated. And so Captain Shreve, they're going to face the Lafayette Houghton winner. So they got a chance to get a best of 3 in Shreveport against Houghton. So we'll see what happens. But Houghton faces a tough Lafayette team. We're going to see what happens tonight with East Ascension as they're going to play Zachary. And then Dutchtown did win their first round game. And last we heard it was 7-4 with Benton, and Chalmette with Benton with the lead. So they would be going to Benton if that game keeps hold.
Yeah, and again, you think about some of the opportunities that the Gators missed in this game. Bases loaded, 1 out, no outs. I can't remember. They just scored 1 run on there. But, hey, you got to credit Captain Shreve. They took every blow or every little jab that Sandemar had to throw at them.
And you
took it like a champ and fended them off in the end.
You just can't blame it on the one hot pitcher, because they got the one hot pitcher pulled and tied the game going into extra innings, and then they got into their bullpen and just couldn't pull it out.
Yep, exactly.
So that's going to do it for our game of the week this evening, as our final score is Captain Shreve 5 and Sandemar 4. We'd like to remind everyone that you can watch our games live streamed on ETEL's YouTube channel each week, as well as replays on TV on ETEL Channel 4. Thanks for watching. For Mike Moeller, I'm Jeff Porsche. You've been watching the ETEL Game of the Week.